Y'all, it's your boy Vinny Grizz, Commission Cypher, episode number 12. We live here in the Hydro Bar. What's up, yo?
How you guys doing?
What's up, man? What's up? What's up, producer T-Rad? We good? We live?
We big chilling.
Big chilling. It's big chilling, man. All right, dope. Episode number 12, man. We here at the Hydro Bar. We live and direct. Couple housekeeping items as I always do. Hydrobar.io, there's a website. Come see us at the Hydro Bar, man. You want to get hydrated properly. You just tired about. Listen, sometimes I go to Costco or Sam's or some of these big warehouse joints. I see people buying water by the cases, bro. That water's trash, man. Come to the Hydro Bar, get hydrated. We focus here on this podcast on two things, man. Three things: health, wellness, and hip hop. Right? No disease, including cancer, can exist in an alkaline environment. Again, no disease, including cancer, can survive in an alkaline environment. Fruits, veggies, water. Make sure y'all get hydrated. Hydrobar.io. Shout to Tim, Junior, Senior, Julie, the whole staff. We love y'all, man. We up here all the time, every time. We live up here. I got my own room in here. You know that? I sleep here sometimes.
I seen it.
I sleep right here on the couch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, man, we got episode 12, man. I got a special guest up here. I'm introduce y'all to him here in just a few minutes. But before we jump into the show, a couple things I want to housekeeping items. Rock the Bells Festival, June 28th, New Jersey, Prudential Center. Make sure you get your tickets now. All right, Rock the Bells Festival is going to be insane, bro. Busta Rhymes, M.O.P., Remy Ma. Fuck, man, I can't remember the whole list. There's just so many dope artists, man. Shout to LL Cool J. Shout to Rock the Bells. This is going to be one of the big summer concerts this year. So rockthebells.com. Make sure y'all get some tickets. A lot of information is on the website as well. The Drama Hour is live every single Friday night. Sirius XM. Shout to my brother Pat Poos. We had an incredible show last night, man. Shout to Styles P. He dropped a little gem on us. He gave us a little exclusive freestyle. I don't know if y'all heard it, man, but if Styles P's going to be retiring, man, as a solo artist, I feel bad for these rappers, bro, because he's killing shit. So shout to him, man. Dope show last night. If you missed the show, we do run it on Saturdays and Sundays. But if you do miss the show, if you download the Sirius XM app, you can on demand and just search the Drama Hour, Papoose, or Vinny Venom. All right. So shout to my brother Quincy. Shout to Kalani. Shout to the whole Rock the Bell staff. Like, subscribe, share all that craziness with YouTube. I appreciate everybody on the tune in. Yo, fellas, I want to give y'all some good news, man.
Hey, what's up?
The barbershop episode that we did, crushed the first one.
Beautiful.
And the Pusha T Clips convo, the highest views we've gotten since we started, bro.
Yeah.
So people really gravitating to what we doing, right? So
what is it about Push?
I think he's in the algorithm right now with Kendrick and Drake and all of them. So anytime I talk about Kendrick, Drake, or Push,
but this was even months ago.
Push T.
Everybody was hating on Push.
What's up, Push? Hey,
let's put it out there, bro. They gonna come.
They gonna come. So
Kendrick.
I just
Drake beef.
Number one, I appreciate you, Grizz, for coming up here with us.
Oh, y'all already know.
You know what I'm saying? Me and this guy, I tell the viewers that tune in, and I'll tell our guests that me and this guy will debate the sky is blue or gray. We'll just debate it just to debate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we always got a clash, but the dope thing about us, right, is we always peep game on each other, right? So if he don't know something, I peep game on him and vice versa, right? So we got that brotherhood like that. So I appreciate you guys for being up here.
Appreciate you.
We live, man. Episode 12. We grinding, man. We grinding. So without further ado, man, I got a special guest up in here. I got a cat, man. I want to give him his flowers because you the type of I got Fraglie Boy in a place. You know what I'm saying? What's good, G?
What's good, man?
How you, man?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I appreciate you coming up first and foremost, man. This cat to me is something special because I think right now as a Latino doing not only Spanish music but also R&B / hip hop music, the ladies love you, bro. The ladies are just all over you, bro. It's crazy, but I understand why, right? Yeah. It's the music. You're speaking to them, and you're speaking volumes with your work. You're consistent. You put in a lot of work in the city. I see you doing a lot of shows.
Yes, thank you.
Right, and I see you on the ground with the music. You're always putting something out. So, man, welcome.
Thank you.
I appreciate
having me.
Yeah,
I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So we're gonna talk about some things here in a few. But yeah, man, I'm excited to have you because, like I said, man, I think you a bright star here in the 505.
Thank you.
I think you got a lot of upside to you, and I'll tell you this before we even jump into it. My platform is your platform. You got a record coming out, an EP album. You come up here and promote for it. This seat is your seat. You feel me?
Thank you.
So, producer T-Rap, what's good, man? What's happening on your side, bro?
Not shit. Working. Working.
Yeah, grinding, bro. It's hot out here, bro.
Playing my games.
You see it hit 101 yesterday?
101?
101 yesterday.
I stayed my ass inside.
It was hot as a mother. I was out all day yesterday, bro. It was
I
hot.
think it was like 95 yesterday.
95?
Yeah.
Felt like 100. My car said 101, so I don't know. But nah, it was a hotter.
Cars be lying, bro.
Man,
Nah, my car said it was 136 the other day, bro. So I was like, God damn, it's hot out here.
why y'all gotta stay
But I mean,
hydrated?
101 seems reasonable. It was hot as hell yesterday, for sure.
Bro, it was hot, so it was insane, man. But I think now with the weather getting hot, the summer's in full swing, man. I tell everybody, man, stay the fuck hydrated, man. Make sure you keep that water in your system because you won't get a fucking heat stroke out here, especially in the desert. You know what I'm saying? So, Grizz, what's good with you, man? What's happening?
Shit, same old, bro. Just working, staying busy,
Yeah, man.
trying to be a dad, you know.
Yeah, I know.
All
Damn.
that.
You got kids, bro?
I don't.
No. You got some time,
Bro,
yeah,
I had
You got some time.
I had kids by the time I was your age, bro.
How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not. We're not gonna say. Well, I'll tell you off camera, bro. We'll talk
Guy
about
act like
that.
he old or something.
Talk about that later, bro.
Young.
Both of you guys look young.
Well, I appreciate that,
the
bro.
water.
Thank you. Come up
It's
here
the water,
anytime, bro.
man.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
you gotta
Beautiful.
take care of yourself,
You're all
you know
right,
what I'm
bro.
saying?
Yes.
I got 2 kids, so yeah, man. I'm gonna be in the pool a lot this summer. I can already tell. It's
for
gonna be
sure.
that pool summer for sure.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
I'm
got-
ready,
it's too
bro.
fucking hot.
Yes.
So, Commission Cypher, like I said, episode number 12. Like, subscribe, share. We live on Facebook. We live on YouTube as well. I do want to let the audience know that moving forward, we're gonna do more live episodes. I have a few guests lined up over the next couple weeks. I got my homie DJ Jason. He coming up here on the 28th, I believe, which is a Saturday. Super producer. This cat is super dope, man. I known him for a very, very long time, so he gonna be up here in a couple weeks. And then Cali So gonna be back up here. I talked to him actually yesterday. I'm gonna go check out his Juneteenth performance tonight at Civic Plaza. I'm gonna go support homie and check out his little pop-up. Shout to Rakim, shout to the whole crew. But yeah, we got some dope guests coming up. So everybody that fucks with us, gets in line with us, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you know when we drop some new content. So I guess the first thing I want to ask you, bro, like right off top is when did you start writing, when did you start writing music? When did you know music was gonna be your calling?
Thank you. Well, my dad used to make music. I've been around music my whole life, actually. And I'd say
Appreciate you.
right after high school, it was like 2017, my dad had my younger brother, and he was calling it quits. He was like, I need to be there for the younger one.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass you down my equipment and just do your thing.
Damn.
And
That was your pops, you said?
yeah.
Oh, dope.
And I just remember opening Pro Tools for the first time and not knowing what to do. I just went on YouTube, and man, I just remember doing a few covers and putting them on Instagram and just seeing the traction and the support I got. It was like, damn, this isn't really a hobby. Like, this is something really special because it made me feel special.
Right.
And I feel like that's what differentiates like a hobby through something you're passionate about, because like you
Absolutely.
just enjoy doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
And someone once told me, like, you're gonna suck at first, but just practice every day.
Yeah, man.
And I did that every day. And I think the past year and a half, maybe, I just gotten better at my pen. So
That's dope. Nah, I could tell.
yeah, thank you.
I peeped this shit a while ago. I think somebody in your crew had reached out to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think someone had actually reached out to me like a year ago, and he was like, "Yo, Vinny, I got this cat. Send me some music." And he was like, "Hey, I think I told him you need a press kit."
Yeah,
And I told him, I was like, "Yo, homie needs a press kit right away." So that's kind of the first introduction I had with seeing your music and hearing it. And one thing I noticed about your music though is it has that new school feel. You're kind of into what's going on now, but you also kind of have this throwback sense in you, right? So let me ask you, when you started to do this shit and take it seriously, like, who are your influences? Like, who did you really
Oh, man.
study?
definitely
bottom.
Justin Timberlake. That's like my
Dope.
biggest inspiration. I think also just because I grew up with just listening to Justified and Sync, and just seeing how more than the music he's a writer, he's also an actor, and that was really inspirational for me. And I don't know, it's just a good feeling every time you hear the R&B and when Pharrell produces for him or Timbaland. You just get that feeling, and I was like, if I can do that for somebody, I feel like that's
Be in a good space.
jackpot for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, now that's crazy that you mentioned JT, because I feel like some of your bops, especially like some of the big records, you got the up-tempo records, like I could see that influence.
Oh,
I can
for
hear
sure.
it. That's dope. That's dope. Yo, JT got some monster, like when you think about his solo joints.
I like that inspo though. Like, bro, Justin Timberlake's fire, and I don't think a lot of people give him enough credit, bro.
Me and
like,
my wife be beefing about JT. She be like, yo, she like him and everything, but I don't know what her beef is with him lately. She be like, nah, man, JT ain't this. I like, yo, let me tell you, I just judge you off of music. That's just me. I don't care what you do outside of that booth, like, because we all human, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
But as a creator, like what you put on that disc, that vinyl, that tape, or the digital platform, like I'm going off of that.
Yeah.
And when JT did that album with Timbaland, I think he did like 2 joints, right?
Yeah,
2 albums.
The first one I think was Future Sex Love Sounds back in 06, and man, that shit was fire.
Yeah. I'll tell you a story about that record. Sexy Back, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy you bring that album up, but shout out to my brother Papoose, 2006. That was when that record came out. He was signed to Jive Records, which is the same label JT was on. And they hit him up for the remix, Sexy Back. He did the remix, shot the video. We excited, bro. He just signed his deal. We're like, yo, this is a big look. Papoose on a remix of Sexy Back. It's the biggest record in the country. Shit got pulled. T.I. got replaced. So you remember T.I.'s on that record. And we was devastated, but we knew that there was a lot of politicking going on at that time, but we understood that it just wasn't meant to be. And I look back on it, and I listened to that record a couple weeks ago, actually, and it would have been dope for him to have that look, but I think Timbaland knew what he was doing as far as placing the chess pieces where they need to be, because he's such a perfectionist. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Timbo, shout out to JT. That's dope. That's big, man. Anyone else musically that you studied a lot that you would consider an influence?
Definitely, I don't know if I'll get hate for this, but Drake, man.
No hate up here, man.
Come on,
I
bro.
used to listen to Drake back when he was on
absolutely.
MySpace.
Drake is fire, bro.
Nah.
Drake's the most the dopest artist of our generation, bro. There ain't no debating that, bro.
Listen, man.
Absolutely.
I salute Drake.
Hats off to you, sir.
Thank you. No, yeah, I just remember listening to Drake back when he was on MySpace.
Oh, worse, you used people on way back then?
Yeah, so he was on MySpace throwing what's that song called? It's like I'm so fly, I'm sky high. That one's crazy. And just seeing the growth, because I don't know, I was growing at the same time too. Like I was going from elementary, middle school, high school. High school he came out with Nothing Was the Same. And then I was just like, man, he's just gonna
getting better.
Every time he drops, it's just a hit.
Yeah. Nah, he's amazing, bro. We've been talking a lot about the Kendrick and the Drake back and forth for a long time, but you know, one thing I love about Drake is that he's been able to kind of create. I'll put it this way: when I put my hip hop hat on as a fan, there's things I'll nitpick on him on, but in a macro sense, when you look at Drake and his career, it's been a trajectory of just being better and better and better. That's why he's where he's at. You know what I'm saying? He's just got consistent, and his songwriting is amazing. I actually found out that he did a record for Beyonce on Beyonce's I don't think it was his country drum. It was the joint before, and I was fucking shocked. That record is crazy. So he pens so many different records for so many different artists. His pen game, I believe, is. I don't think people know the magnitude of his pen.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? His songwriting ability is incredible. You know, he can't really do the rapidy shit, and that's cool. You know, he can stay in his lane.
What?
We know what happened with Kendrick. You know what I'm saying?
What?
We know what happened with Kendrick. You feel me? But
all right.
I appreciate what Drake did. You know what's crazy is because
he lied.
Bro.
He lied, bro. He didn't beat him with the truth.
Okay.
He lied. I can make up all kinds of lies about you and put it out there, bro.
It don't matter, bro.
Nobody liked you after that, bro.
Did Jay?
I don't want to hear none of that, bro.
Sleep with Nas's baby mama?
Yeah, hell yeah, he did, bro.
You think he did? You think he was lying about it?
Hell yeah, he did. No, he wasn't lying about it, bro.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But back to Drake though. I think that we'll talk about that because I'm gonna call you bluff on that shit.
No, let's talk about it
People
when you're
lie
ready.
in battle rap all the time, bro.
Let's get back to look, bro.
Anyway, so Drake, JT, anyone else you could think off top that you?
Oh, for
that you
sure.
really vibe with?
I like Bad Bunny.
Okay.
I studied him a lot just because I can kind of relate with his story a little bit. Like, he started off as working at a grocery store. I don't know if you guys know this.
Nah, I didn't
But
know
he
that.
was he used to be a bagger. And
That's
a
crazy.
year later, he was at the Latin Grammys.
Wow.
And that was just really inspirational of just like the whole story of Bad Bunny. And he just put out features. He just got on every record. He was like, I want to be on this, or they were like, I want you on this. He's like, okay.
Yeah.
And
His
then-
grind is impeccable, bro.
And now he's one of the biggest artists in the world.
He's the
And
most streamed artist, bro. It's crazy.
I think Bad Bunny is the reason that we're seeing so many, like that Latin music. You know, it's blowing up. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I mean, I hear it all over the place now. And like, for at least for me, it didn't used to be like that, right? Like, it wasn't something that was just played in the club or whatever. Like, but I hear that shit everywhere, and I think you could attribute that to Bad Bunny. You know,
Yeah,
showing
absolutely.
up and putting on for Latin culture for sure.
Nah, for real. He I always stay in tune with I was listening to radio. People always, yo, Vinny, why you listen to radio all the time? And I tell them it's not that I like the music that's being played, but I'm trying to get a sense of what's happening outside, right? I want to get an idea of what's vibing and what's not.
yeah.
And I think this was pre-pandemic. I just heard so much Bad Bunny music at that time, and I was just like, man, he's crossing over at that point. He was really connecting with the hip hop crowd, but he's also connecting with the Latin crowd. So shout out to Bad Bunny. Yeah, he does a lot of shit. He's acting. I seen him he was on SNL a while ago.
Yeah, he's going to be on the
Doing
new, what's it called? Happy Gilmore 2? I think he's going to be on that one.
Oh, for real? They making a Happy Gilmore too?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Hell yeah, they're making it. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, bro. That shit is coming out. I think
be staying in my
soon.
bubble, guy,
It's
you
gonna
know
be
what I'm
soon. Yeah, it's supposed to be coming out soon.
That's
Lawrence.
dope. That's dope. I seen him wrestle too. I seen him in WWE. He had a full blown match with somebody, bro.
Yeah, man. He
Tables, kendo sticks,
And
fucking barbed wire. It's just insane.
July 25th. Sorry on that. Happy Gilmore.
July 25th. Wow.
Yeah.
In theaters?
Netflix, bro.
Only Netflix.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, Netflix taking over, bro. Wow.
Sure.
That's dope. Yeah, so it's crazy you say all those influences because I could see that in the music. I could hear it in the music because I feel for you. You have a dope style of being able to flip to the Spanish, right? The Spanish music into the R&B side, and then you rhyming too. So it's like you can hit them with the R&B shit. So
Yeah.
you're very versatile in that sense. So that's dope.
I think two more I can give you just real quick is Justin Bieber and Jack Harlow.
Okay.
I remember listening to Jack Harlow 2018 and on his when he was just on YouTube doing covers or just remixes to bigger songs, and he blew up during the pandemic, and I was just like, wow, this is crazy. And I think that's what got me into because I try to rap a little bit more too, and I think just the way he just delivers and
Yeah, his delivery is real
it's
smooth.
it's just he literally paints a story and
He's one of those guys. So my wife loves Jack Harlow. That's her man. She says, that's my man's. She put me onto I think it was a mixtape that he put out. And I was like, he cool, he cute with it, whatever. But then I seen him progressively get better with the pen. And that record he has with Drake. I don't know if you heard that record. They had the
That's just
Kentucky
fire.
Derby in the video. Oh my God! Not only did Drake kill that shit, Harlow fucking body that shit too, bro.
Didn't Drake he said some shit. It was like predicting all this shit that was going down too, right?
Yeah, I
Like,
think
it's
it was
he got a few bars, and this was all before the beef, and he had mentioned something
I
about
think he did too,
people turning on him and shit, bro. But yes, that's a good one.
Yeah, he I'm said it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, bro, they build you up to tear you down, bro. That's how it go. You seen Metro said he regretted it. Metro said he regretted.
oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Nah, for real.
Yeah, he said he regretted tweeting on
tweeting
going
at Drake?
off on the tweets and shit. Yeah.
I mean, listen, man. I don't know, man. I have a different like perspective on battle and beef because I think like
I think it might have been more than that, but yeah.
I mean,
but
what
he backpedaling now, bro.
you can't backpedal. Like you did what you did. You made history, bro. Like that Future record with him and Kendrick was. I mean, it did great. Like it was a summer record. Like it obviously started a lot of the shit going on, but I don't know. Sometimes I think politics plays a lot behind that, and people redacting it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So dope line and kind of cipher of influences, right? You mentioned Justin Bieber. That's kind of I could see that too, because you know what's crazy about Justin Bieber too is that he's been able to I think too be very very versatile. Mm-hmm. He's on some Spanish records too. You know what I'm saying? He's had his height as well, so that's dope. What was your first memory of music? Like, do you remember like your first album you copped? Do you remember your first poster you threw up on your wall, shit like that?
I'm gonna circle back and just it's my dad. I remember going to the convention center early 2004 and seeing him perform, and I remember I told him I was like, please put me on stage with you. I want to be on stage, and he brought up he has his backup dancers, and he's one of the first reggaeton artists here in Albuquerque.
What's your past name? Put him on.
Man, he went on by so many names. He went on by Tony Blaze, Franco La Nota. I think those are the only ones. Oh, and something else I forgot. But it was that moment he called. He's like pointing at me. He's like, "Come up here," and I was like, "No." So I definitely regret that. But also, what is a 4-year-old, 6-year-old gonna be on stage with a bunch of
right? Yeah, I mean, got your nerves going.
Yeah,
you know
but that was really memorable for me. And then he got posted on the newspaper. I put that shit on my wall.
That's dope.
And just super inspirational.
Shout out to your pops, man. That's dope.
But I think the first, honestly, CD that I bought was Future's Sex Love Sounds. Yeah, I remember just going to Kmart and just
copping that shit.
Yeah.
Ripping the plastic open, the whole nine. That's dope.
I was like, we got to listen to this now.
So how does you being a Latino, right? What influences you in your sound and your songwriting? So I mentioned before, like the ladies really gravitate to you, right? So I know a lot of your music is it can be played, and obviously the ladies gravitate to it a lot. But in that culture of Latin music, right? What really influences a songwriting style and the sound?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think what influences just not just the Spanish, but any record I make, is I just try to make it memorable and familiar. Talking about things whether I've been through or people I know that have been through, and just exploiting that. Right. But in a not so negative way, but also just being real and just being honest. Yeah. And
that's one thing about your music that I appreciate. I don't know Spanish, so I can't really break down the Spanish side of things. But as far as the lyrics is concerned, but it sounds so polished and it sounds so good, right? So I already know you connecting with that crowd. But I think the dope thing for you is that I think the sound resonates because it is real. Yes. That's what, when I saw you, ask you about the videos here in a minute, but I seen one of your videos, and kid was just in a parking lot, bro, singing. He had some girls with him. He had this I don't know, it's like a 2-door coupe type thing. He was just vibing, dog. It just looked like y'all was having a good time, bro. And I think in music sometimes a lot of people take themselves too serious, and it's always about like playing a part instead of it just being organic. You feel me? And it just coming from the soul. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Shout out to you for.
Thank you for noticing that. Yeah.
I really like. I like your name. Where'd your name come from?
So Fragile Boy. Fragile Boy isn't really about being like soft. It's about just being real. Yeah. And I think vulnerability is really powerful. Yeah. So that's kind of what it is.
I think that's dope. I don't think a lot of people are willing to be vulnerable, and so that's why I heard your name. I'm like, man, I like that. I think that's dope because it's different from, most people are trying to be, young thug and on some shit like, and that's cool if that's who you are, but most people aren't that,
No, for sure.
It's like be who you are, and so yeah, I like it. I fuck with it for sure.
Thank you. That was one other thing too. Is I remember I was talking to you about somebody who was like, yo, Fragile Boy, and I was like, man, just press play on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
It
like,
definitely
you
sticks
can't.
out.
Yeah, it does. It really does. And I think too, like, I think the other dope thing that I really liked about your releases too is that your artwork is it catches the eye very much so. Like, I always like have to double take it. Like, what the fuck he just posed? We go back and see that. The new single you just dropped it yesterday. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's called Mi Shawty. It's a reggaeton track. Wrote it about a year and a half ago. And I'm not going to say if it's about somebody or not, but
It's about somebody.
for sure.
Yeah.
But
We'll let them figure it out, though.
yeah, exactly.
That's
There
the
you go.
mystique you got to keep, my guy. You know what I'm saying?
But man, it's a really special track for me because it's opening. So I'm dropping later on this summer a reggaeton EP,
Dope.
and it's gonna be similar to that sound. But it's a really special song to me because I think it was one of the first songs I kind of just went into the studio, wrote right away. I heard the beat, and man, it was just exciting. I FaceTimed my dad after. I was like, "What do you think about this?" And it was the first time, honestly, my dad. I love my dad, but he's really honest with me, and I appreciate that. But he was honestly shook. He was just like, "This is it. This is the one." And
Yeah.
every time I show it to somebody,
It's
they
a
go-
banger, bro.
They go, "This is you." I was like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah,
man.
it's a banger, bro. I shout to plug the young lady you have on a cover
Yeah,
because
so-
I just found out that she's connected to
"She is, yeah." So
to my wife.
she's
so.
a model here, an influencer. Her name is Ingrid. She's amazing. She's so talented. She's been in commercials. She's a teacher. Again, she's just. It's awesome how she's just full of culture here, and the support she gets is amazing.
Yeah, I seen yesterday. My wife and I we went down to Roosevelt Park,
Mm-hmm.
and they was leading a protest. You know, all this shit that's going on with ICE and all this immigration policy that's happening in the world, and obviously we're impacted by it as well here in the city because there's a lot of we have a big immigrant community here. And bro, I never met her before, so I met her for the first time yesterday, and she got on there and she spoke the truth, man. You know, she's passionate, man. She obviously was very, very passionate about what she was doing. So
It takes a lot too, to talk about such a subject.
yeah, it's a
And
sensitive subject.
it
And I
is.
know sometimes some people can play it one side and the other, and they could go to the far extremes of each side. But I think someone playing that role of being like, hey, we stand up for what's right is brave. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to
Exactly.
her, man. That's dope. So new singles out now. Make sure y'all go stream it. One other thing I wanted to ask, so like a lot of people, so my platform's fairly new, right? I've been established in the game for a long time. And I've been blessed to have so many different opportunities to feed my family off music and be a part of some really fucking dope, things. And a lot of guests that come up here, I have an audience out there in NY. For someone who's never heard your music before, right? Describe your sound, right? To basically someone who's never heard you before. Like, what would you consider your sound off top?
I think 2 words. I think it'd be familiar and new. Just like how we talked about earlier. When you listen to just a track of mine, Give Me a Chance, for example, it's very Justin Timberlake. You can right away feel like the Pharrell inspiration, and then you're like, damn. And
It's
then,
a bop.
Yeah,
It's a bop.
and then later on in the song, I rap a little bit, and again, you're just like, damn, this is new. This is a new feeling, though. It's a new subject. And I think that's just what it is. Every EP, every track that I drop, I just try to make it familiar but yet new, and then
Yeah.
try to hit every avenue, whether it's acoustic, R&B, rap, reggaeton. Just try to be. I just want someone to, for those 2 minutes, just get lost and forget
Yeah.
about everything and enjoy the vibe.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
Absolutely. Speaking of 2 minutes, one of the dope things I love and keep doing this is from my years of talking to so many different radio stations and program directors and people who listen to music and they analyze it, right? The short records are so important. Keep that shit to 2 minutes to 2 minutes and 30 seconds because when the radio speeds it up, they're going to be more inclined to play the record, right?
For sure.
I love that though too because I think you're connecting on a social side with the shorts, and that's so fucking popular right now. People's attention span is so short.
Oh, man.
You got to catch them within 30 seconds. Sometimes it's even. I remember seeing I had a meeting with YouTube a couple years ago. it was last year. I was in the office. Shout out to my brother Pap. We was up there with our guy Ian, and we're having this conversation, and they're going over these numbers of, like people's attention span, like literally, like you got to catch them within 5 to 10 seconds, I believe was the time frame, and I was shocked. Like, yo, that's all people's attention span is 5 to 10 seconds. But it's crazy. Because what did Larry call it or Marcus last week? When I was telling him about the people scrolling and shit. What do they call that? Doom scrolling.
Doom scrolling.
That's
scrolling.
You know what that is, right? You just scroll on your phone, bro. Like you're not even looking at something.
That's crazy. I've probably done it before. Yeah, I'm just.
Nah, I see people do it all the time. I was telling a story. We was in LA a couple weeks ago, and I seen this young lady at a restaurant. We was eating somewhere, and bro, she's eating her food, right? But she's fucking scrolling, bro. Like, and I just see her thumb. Now, when I look at my phone, like I'm reading something, I'm watching, I'm not really doing too much movement, so it just puzzled me. I was like, yo, what the fuck is she doing? And they say it's like a disease. Like you're basically addicted to your phone. You're just addicted to the light, the blue light. You feel me? And you're just scrolling. That shit's insane. But that 5 to 10 second time span is so important. And the dope thing I like about your videos is as soon as you click on it, you immediately want to watch it. Because it's either you're hearing the beat, you're seeing what you're doing. So keep that shit going, because I think that's really important to I think the future of music. Do you think there's enough representation in Latin music today?
I think there is, but man, it's just like, I think it depends on where you are. Because if you ask the same question to somebody in Puerto Rico or Cuba, they're gonna tell you, yeah, of course, there's more. And then again, I think it's just, honestly, I think it's just where you're from is.
I think it's becoming more global, because I think I'm seeing a lot more Latin artists be accepted by the mainstream. And to me, the mainstream for me doesn't mean shit, because at the end of the day, it's all smoke and mirrors anyway. It's all about product placement. So when I see guys like Bad Bunny, and I see guys like J Balvin, and I see cats like there's a new cat out now. I think his name is Jay Peso. I think that's his name. But I'm starting to see them pop up now, and they're in like commercials. Like I'm talking like Wingstop commercials. They on Fortune 500, advertisements. So I think the music is actually getting into more of a mainstream platform now, more than ever. Because we talked about, I think maybe it was me and you. We talked about a couple weeks ago, but I remember back in like the mid 2000s, 06, 07.
Yeah.
On the mainstream, the only really big reggaeton artist at the time was Daddy Yankee, right? I know Nori had a big, when the reggaeton movement started really bubbling like the mid 2000s, but like Sean Paul. But I don't really consider him reggaeton. He's more dance hall. You feel me? But like, I think that if you think about it, Sean Paul went global off that sound. And then I think, same thing with Daddy Yankee. So I'm hoping it continues to grow, because I think artists like you, right, you're bringing your fan base into that collective. You're mixing it with the R&B. Right?
Yeah.
You're mixing it with the hip hop. You call my off the hip hop shit, because I was like, this kid's got a bop, son. And the shit was catchy too. That's another thing. A lot of I call it sticky.
Ooh, I like that.
The hooks are sticky, bro. They stick to you. And once the beats and the hooks stick to you, that's it. It plays in your head. It's like the Nokia record.
That's a great song.
I hate that record. But every time I hear it, it's stuck in my head. And I'm singing it.
That's right. Yeah,
and guess what? When I sing it, the phone listens. And then when I pop up on my Apple Music, guess what happens? Oh, this is the featured sponsored record of the week.
Yeah.
Nokia. I go to YouTube, same thing.
Yeah.
So they know what they're doing.
Exactly.
But that's the beauty about music, right? Is it takes you on that journey of being able to catch that vibe. The Drake record's a vibe. Like it or love it. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand the record, me personally. You like the record?
Yeah. Yeah, of course I do, bro. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? When I first heard
my ringtone, bro.
Stop it. When I heard the
phone go, who's calling my phone? Yeah, bro.
When I first heard the Party album, when I first heard that record, I was like, I remember where I was. I was on Paseo in the frontage road. I just dropped my kids off at school. And I heard the record, and I looked in my fucking mirror, and I said, oh my God, I'm going to hear this record all fucking summer. And guess what? We're hearing it all summer. You know what I'm saying? But that's a testament to them sticky joints. You feel me? So I love that you have that. You have that ability. You know what I'm saying? So tell me a little bit about how do you balance your authenticity with the expectations of the mainstream, right? So obviously you see some of these artists that you might admire, like a Drake.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Got you.
How do you balance that authenticity of yourself and what those expectations might be to blow up or to get to that next level as an artist?
So with the expectations, it's definitely tough and it's scary. But for me, I tried to go in it not thinking about expectations. I just think about my drive and my passion with just music in general, and I think that's what helps me. And I think once you see the passion, once you see someone be passionate about what they do, you could see the authenticity of it, you know? It's just like with anything, whether it's music, your job, family, friendships, you could just tell right off the bat, like your guys' relationship too, I could just tell it's authentic because you guys are both passionate about what you're doing right now,
Right,
your
absolutely.
friendship. So I think that's just what it is. I think it's just, for me,
It's just
at
showing
least.
and proving that authenticity.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, and you know, one thing I'll tell you as a, you know, I've been blessed to be. I mentor a lot of artists, especially the up and coming artists, and you know, sometimes I get a call from an established artist and ask for the opinion. I had a dope conversation with Ice-T a couple weeks ago. He's got an artist named Freddie DeMarco, and Ice sent me some records, and we was texting like, "Yo, what you think?" And sometimes when I look back on shit, I always tell artists to be you no matter what. Don't try to conform to what the industry wants, because what the industry wants is not what they want in 5 minutes. You feel me? They're going to want something now, and in 5 minutes later they're going to switch. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses, right? The best artists in the world that made an impact on this shit, there's always them. You know what I'm saying? You can list it from you know, Ice-T to Tupac to you know, Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Like, all these guys have their own they're unadulterated them. Right? They don't gotta conform. They just who they are. You feel me? So I think that's really, really important. And I'm glad that was your answer, because you don't need to conform.
No.
You know what I'm saying? People are gonna gravitate to you because they fuck with you. They like your music. They like what you represent, right? So tell me a little bit about your work ethic. So to me, from the outside looking in, I could tell that you grind pretty consistently, right? So like, what's day to day like for you with your work ethic?
So I had a 9-to-5 about 3.5 years ago, and I quit my 9-to-5. And I said I want to make music, and I love filmmaking. So for a living, I just film for entrepreneurs. I write music for artists here, and I've been doing that for 3 years.
Dope.
And I thankfully can say, you know, I wake up every day and I get to do what I love and enjoy.
It's fire.
But for me as an artist, I definitely wake up. I try not to push myself. Like, if I know I'm not going to wake up early, I'm not going to wake up early. So I just wake up, usually not too late either, but I wake up.
Get a
some
full 8 hours
coffee.
of sleep?
Yeah, there you go. Get some coffee, and I've been really into plants lately. I just water my plants. It's just peaceful.
Dope.
And then I'll just go sit in the studio and I'll just be like, what are we working on today? I feel like storyboarding. I feel like scripting. I feel like writing a song. Man, I just listened to a song yesterday. I wrote a song yesterday. Let me get back to it. I slept on it. And then just going from there and helping friends and my family, spending time with them. I think that's just what helps me.
What's your writing process like? Do you typically go into a quiet zone? Do you write in the midst of chaos? How do you write?
This is gonna sound funny, but most of my songs are written in the shower.
Okay.
I'll just be in the shower, man. I'll just put on my JBL in the shower, and I'll just be like, "Damn, this is a
Start
vibe."
writing. Okay.
And then I'll obviously take it to the studio. But,
Dope. Yo, let me tell you, there's a lot of artists that I've been blessed to have conversations with, and I'll ask them that question, and they'll tell me some crazy shit. I'll never forget. I think I shared this story on this podcast before. But I'll share it with you. One of my good friends I work with, Pat. We was on our way to the studio one day, and I was in a car with him. I'm in the back seat. He's in the front, and my partner Courtney's driving. We're going to the studio, and this is a big artist. This is a big artist that he's doing a verse for. And I'm talking to Pat. All right, cool. We're gonna get like we had a full day plan. He's sleeping in the front seat. He's out. I'm like, yo, Pap, nothing. Yo, Pap, nothing. We gotta go to the studio. So I'm thinking like, how's he gonna write this verse? What's going on? So he come out the car and Pap's like, yo, we got 25 minutes. He's like, yo, clock me. So I pull out my timer. I said, cool, I'll time you. So we hop out the car. I hit my stopwatch. Got 25 minutes. Cool. He walks in, says what's up to everybody. He goes in the booth. He lays this crazy verse one take. He leaves. He shakes everybody's hand. We out in 22 minutes.
Wow.
I get in the car and I say, yo, what the fuck? How did you write that? He says, I wrote that shit in my sleep. And he told me he did the same shit at the Touch It remix. He said that same shit happened. He's in the studio with Busta. He falls asleep because Busta taking forever. He comes back and he writes this crazy ass verse. I heard Styles P doesn't even write his shit. He goes into the dark. He turns the lights off in the booth and he just rhymes.
That's so fire,
it's just crazy how creatives do that. It's insane.
That's so fire.
It's insane.
That shit is fire.
And then I know we're going to talk a little bit about Lil Wayne's new album, but I heard Lil Wayne writes like that too. He don't even write nothing down. He just goes in there and he spazzes the fuck out.
Flicks the lighter.
He does cut, I could tell. He cuts.
He has like 4 or 5 bars where it's just like, yo, that was fire.
Damn.
And then he has like
He punches in.
where it's like,
Well, I think he punches in too. A lot of guys, let me ask you, do you try to strive for one takes, or do you, like when you write, do you like to do it in one take, or is it one of those things where you like to maybe 4-bar it and then come back to it?
I think it just depends on the
Spin on
record.
yeah.
If I wrote it already, it's written, I try to do it all in one take. If it's something new, I always start off with a melody, and then I just start picking words that rhyme with or kind of go with the melody. But I'm kind of just like get it done and get it, it's a vibe. If I get it done in one take, that's dope.
It's crazy, man. Like I've been fortunate enough to be around, like I said, some really dope artists and MCs. And I just sit back and I'm like, I don't understand it, bro. Like I can't even remember a sentence or two. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I read this thing on the wall, the hydro bar, I can't remember that shit. I gotta read it. How the fuck do you remember it off top? You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. So that's dope. I want to really ask you about your writing process, and then so I know how long you been doing music professionally now? So you talked to me about getting the Pro Tools, right, and learning how to do that, which salute to you. That's not fucking easy.
It's not. No.
Pro Tools is a fucking
hard,
monster, man. Bro. So with that, how long have you been taking this shit serious and obviously making it a passion of yours to make it a career?
I think it's been almost 3 years.
3 years now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I started off with Pro Tools, like you said. It's tough, man. Pro Tools is really tough. And then I got a MacBook, and then I just downloaded Logic because it's built for Mac users.
I like Logic.
Man, Logic is so nice. It's so user friendly.
Very straightforward for sure. Easy to use. And there's more than Pro Tools for sure.
I think honestly, 40, Drake's producer and good time friend, I think he uses Logic sometimes too.
Dope. Yeah, I know a lot of people who use it. It's easy because it's right there.
Yeah. And
you got an in-home setup, or do you go to a studio here in town?
I actually do everything at my place.
Dope.
I just recently moved into a house, but I used to just be in an apartment in my room, just right there.
Yeah.
And I think that's the cool thing. My dad told me, he's like, there's no excuses for the young artist or artists in general now. It's just like, it's all there.
It's all there.
Just do it.
Yeah.
If you really want it. And
shout out to your
that
pops.
always sticks to me. And I'm like, damn, because it's cool going to a studio, don't get me wrong, But I feel like when you go to a studio, you're really paying for like the vibe, the aesthetic, and then you're also on someone else's time, and you never know if the producer's really there for the money or they're kind of just there,
It's true. Yeah,
so it's tough.
I think too, going back to when me and my crew used to record a lot, we just had a home setup. We always had a home setup. We did the research, we did the knowledge, we used to bootleg the programs.
Yeah, same.
So we used to just crack the code.
Yeah.
Like, Pro Tools, cool. Let's throw it in there. Let's try
free.
Pro Tools. Let's try something else. You know what I'm saying? So, but when you're eager and you want to learn, right, you'll do anything and everything to learn. You know what I mean? So that's dope. I think the home setup is nice too because you're in your own domain. Thing I hate about the studio going sometimes is like you got 50 people in there.
Yeah, man.
They all drinking, they all smoking, people stepping on your shoes and shit. It's cool sometimes, but I think it's better like if you're gonna go in with a producer one-on-one and just create.
For
no
sure.
outside bullshit. You know what I mean? So
I think there's a lot of self-discipline too when you do it by yourself.
yeah, absolutely,
So
absolutely.
that's what's most.
That sometimes I think is that might be the hardest part because you might wake up and like, oh, I don't want to do this shit. It's right there. But it'll motivate you, right? Like, hey, I have this beautiful setup. I can create right here in the comfort of my own domain. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
I love that. I love that. So now shout out to you for having that setup. I love artists that have setups like that. I remember I was talking, I ain't gonna mention no names because he's not a big artist, but he's on his way on a come up. And he would tell me, Vinny, I am not getting a home spot set up. I'm gonna take that budget from the label. I'm gonna milk that shit. I'm like, bro, you're paying for that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying it back. So that $500 an hour session in the studio, you paying it back on interest. Save the budget. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to you for doing it. I think that's dope. You got any mentors or major cosigns that you've had on your journey? Have you maybe gotten a like or a comment from somebody that you never thought you would?
So I haven't got any cosign offers or anything, but I will say, I wrote this track called Toxic 2 AM, and it's very Drake inspired. And one day on my story, I just did an AI of Drake singing my song, and Drake liked my story.
All
And that
fire.
shit was
Fire, bro.
honestly, like,
That's
was
so
freaking
sick.
out. I put it on my story, and everyone was just like, oh my God. And some people were like, your song's going to be on his album, his next album. I was like, that's
never
fine.
know.
I don't care.
You never know, bro.
But nothing came out of that. But still, I
Nah,
think
bro, just to get a like from Drake, that's fire, bro.
I thought it was
Yeah,
cool, man.
absolutely.
And
Now Drake pays attention to. That's one thing I admire about Drake is that he always has his ear to the street.
for sure.
I had gotten word. I think Slade told me. Rest in peace, my mentor Slade. He told me that he would get kites that Drake would be listening to the Drama Hour, and that was K Slade's show where he would play like all the street rappers, the hardcore.
Wow.
You know what I mean? He's like, yo, Drake's tapped in. I was like, yo, that's fire. Because sometimes you don't think like that. I hear things about like that with Eminem. Like Eminem is super tapped in too. Like he be listening to some shit you don't even think that he be listening to. He's tapped the fuck in.
Damn.
But that's how I think you grow, and I think that's how you get. Sometimes that's how you get inspiration. Sometimes you're like, yo, I heard this Fragile Boy Kid shit. I like his bounce. Maybe I can, make my own version of it or whatever. So, but nah, keep
sure.
pushing. That's beautiful, man. That's
you.
beautiful. That's beautiful. So, we're gonna jump into some topics, but before I do that, I wanna ask you a little bit. So you mentioned the EP, the reggaeton EP coming this summer. What other shows you got coming up? What other videos or what other projects you got coming up in the near future?
So my videos are all scheduled on Instagram. I plan to roll out for almost half a year. I just go shoot. I shoot all my own videos and I edit them. So
That's amazing.
I try not to. It's because I'm on my time. Like it's like again self-discipline, and I enjoy doing it. So I have videos planned. I drop a video every week, or at least a photo dump or something. And I think that's what helps is just getting all that content done. And I think that's what's the word I'm looking for? That's like, for the artists that are coming up, I feel like that's what you should do. 1 week, just focus on content, plan ahead, and do it that way. So I definitely have a lot of videos dropping soon. I'm shooting the video for Mishadi here pretty soon.
Dope.
So that's going to
Let me
be...
know when you shoot. I'll come out, bro.
Yeah, well, you
Yeah,
can
I'll-
have a little cameo in there.
Whatever. Hey, that's up to you, brother. I just like to
I would
come
love
through
that,
and
yeah.
see you in your element. So that's dope. That's dope.
Definitely going to plan some festivals here pretty soon. I do have another show coming up in July. We don't know the date yet, but there's going to be a lot. But you'll be the first one to know.
Yeah, let
I
me
got
know.
you.
I know you had a show last night, man. So I heard it was a movie down there. So
It was, yes.
that's dope. A little crazy action out in the fucking streets, but
Yeah,
Where was it
man.
at?
It was at Inside Out
All right.
by El Rey.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It was cool, yeah.
yeah, that's where we went for Benny, right? Okay. Yeah, he
That's the like little outside.
little outside joint. That's dope. That's dope.
And for being outside, man, that shit got hot. It was
Yeah.
it was sweaty in there.
Oh, I bet, man. I bet.
Yeah.
Last question I have for you, then I want you to plug your socials and let everybody know where they can find you at. I know producer T-Rap got your IG on a screen.
Yeah.
Dream collabos, man. If you had a bucket list of just three guys you could put on the album, whether it be hip hop,
Yeah.
country, whatever the fuck, reggaeton, Spanish music, who would be your top 3 on the bucket list?
Definitely Justin Timberlake. For sure, Justin Timberlake. Even though Drake and the Jack Harlow feature would be nice, I honestly would love a feature from Andre 3000.
Damn, that's wild.
Honestly,
That's
he's
cool.
just that
It's
is
amazing,
a
right?
goat. That would be honestly, yeah,
Is he one of your favorite rappers?
yeah, man.
He's dope, man.
And then probably last, oh man, probably Frank Ocean.
Wow, I love Frank Ocean, man.
Frank
Where
Ocean.
the fuck's Frank Ocean been, man?
I don't know.
He hibernating, but when he come out, he smashes it.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows exactly what he's doing. No, that's dope.
Yeah, that's wild, though.
That's
Frank
dope.
Ocean is fire, but yeah, his just disappears is crazy.
Oh damn.
Well, your conspiracy theory shit, what? What? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here with Diddy. Yeah, you making shit up now. Nah, I really like Frank Ocean. It was crazy. I remember the first time I heard Frank Ocean, I didn't even know, I didn't know what he looked like. And I heard the record. It was a Novocaine record. That was the first record I
Oh
ever heard.
man,
of him.
Novocaine's great.
I was like, yo, that's my shit, man. And I seen him. I was like, damn. And then like every album he was dropping after that, I think he had one of the. Didn't he have top 100 albums on that Rolling Stone list? I think he was like number 6 or 7. He's a talented motherfucker, bro.
Yeah,
I think
it was
so.
that blonde one.
I think so. Plug your socials, man. Where can they find you on IG, socials?
You can find me at
wherever.
fragileboy.mp3 on all platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. It's gonna be a great summer. Can't wait. Yeah,
I could feel it, man.
Mishadi came out last night. Make sure you listen to that and just enjoy the content. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure y'all follow him on the DSPs too. Whatever your favorite DSP might be, Apple, Spotify, Tidal. Make sure you hit that like add button, right? So y'all could get engaged with Fragile Boy. But yeah, man. Like I said before, man, my platform's yours. So anytime you got a show coming up, a project, come through, kick it with us.
Yes, thank
Next
you.
time I want to have you come performing here with us. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
That'd be
Shit,
nice.
even if you got a new record you just want to promote for, whatever. Like I said, man, our door's always open in here for the Hydro Bar.
Thank you. I appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. So it's gonna jump into kind of the next piece of the show. Got a lot of shit to talk about, man. There's a lot of craziness going on. Grizz, what we got?
Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, first one. Damn, bro, chill, for real.
Wait, bro.
Lil Wayne, that's
Said, wait.
Wayne.
We need to talk about Wayne.
that's the first one, bro.
Yeah, man.
First one on the list. So I know we talked before we got started. You didn't get a chance to listen to it, right, T-Rap? You said you heard maybe one or two.
Yeah, I think it was. I'm not even gonna name the song. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, for
try it.
sure. But you had a little bit,
Yeah.
chance to listen a little bit. You had a chance to listen a little bit. I listened top to bottom.
Yeah, I listened to the whole project a couple
yeah.
times.
Yeah, same. We talked before about waiting for this to come out, and I know we talked with the barbershop, and I think we all we had different feelings and shit. And I always wanted to. I'm always checking for Wayne. Of course, I'm gonna listen to it, but
We were all ready for it.
I feel like I didn't have. I feel like just as time goes on, things change or whatever, and for whatever reason, I don't know. But I felt like it wasn't gonna be my favorite Wayne album, and I feel like that's probably the case, right? There were definitely some songs that I liked, most definitely. I added them to my library and shit. I think it was that Shark song. I think I like that one, and then Flex Up, I think it's called. I added those two. They got that one with 2 Chainz, was called Cotton Candy or something like. It's iffy, but I think. Yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, he's still rapping, but he's not really talking about. I don't know, bro. It's not my favorite.
Cancel for this shit. I'll put it just. I was super excited for the Carter 6 because to me, Wayne's pen game the last probably 5. What was the last? He didn't. The Carter wasn't his last album, but didn't he drop something right after the Carter 5? Like maybe like a prequel to the Carter 6. Didn't he drop a project in between?
He did. I don't remember the name of it, but he did put out something.
No, it wasn't a dedication, but it was like a mixtape style joint. But I was super excited because I'm like, yo, Wayne is. He might.
He did. So he did. Welcome to Collard Grove with 2 Chainz.
Maybe that's what it was.
That was part 2. Welcome
Yeah.
to Collard Grove part 2.
Those albums
And then
were
he
tight.
did The Fix before the Carter 6.
That's what it was. So I heard that, and obviously he had been storming a lot of guest features. Like he was killing shit, bro. And I have this weird like love dislike thing with Wayne because I see the bright spots of Wayne and I get excited because he pushes the pen, like what he does. So just so you kind of know, I'm a hip hop nerd. I grew up student of the game. I love this shit. I love the rhyme schemes. I love the way people rhyme. I love when you got something to say. I love when you don't have nothing to say and you just say the craziest thing that rhyme in an 8-bar pattern. Like, I love all that shit. So when Wayne was really pushing the pen, I'm like, yo, the Carter 6 gonna be crazy. I was disappointed, bro. I was very disappointed in the Carter 6, bro. And it's not that he wasn't, Wayne really doesn't talk about shit, to be honest. Like, he's not really one for content. I just felt like there were points in the album where, like, he had this auto-tune. I can't remember the name of the record, but he's, like, singing on an auto-tune, but he, like, layered it. And he's not even in melody, bro. It's just like a bunch of noise. I'm like, yo, Wayne, what is that? And then, like, some of the bars were just really hit or miss. That Bells record, though, that shit is crazy. That's like the first joint on the album.
Yeah.
The Rock the Bell sample, LL Cool. Bro, that shit was insane. And I got excited, and then, like, the album just kind of, like, kept dwindling down. Like, he redid the Weezer record.
I don't even know, but
You know that Weezer record?
I just keep hearing about that.
I didn't like that. I didn't care for it.
Yeah, like, what was that?
I wasn't a
bro?
fan of that shit. Why
What'd
would
you
you
say?
do that?
Like that elephant beat or whatever. Like,
Oh, the Peanuts to an Elephant?
yeah. They had the elephant noises. Like,
Oh, yeah.
everybody is absolutely shitting on that.
So, let me ask y'all
Absolutely shitting on
something.
it.
Is it cool to give Wayne his grace for dropping a dud? Because a lot of people come at a lot of the favorite artists for duds. Like, Nas got slack for dropping duds, Jay, 50, Eminem, like.
But like, I saw a post saying that like Nas has literally never missed. Like, but I mean, there was a couple of them. There was a couple of them. But like, there was a huge argument with Ye. Like, Ye right now is like on the fall off.
Yeah, did you hear his album?
No,
Did you hear that album that came out?
No.
why would he?
I'm so happy it didn't make DSPs. It was so bad, bro. Are you a
Like-
Kanye fan, Fragile?
What's up?
You a Kanye fan?
I used to be. My Dark Twisted Fantasy, that was like,
I missed the
That's
old
a
classic.
Kanye.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I just, it just doesn't hit as it used to.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, like old Kanye does.
Even
Yeah.
even
Like-
the Kanye album that dropped 2-3 years ago was fire. I just don't know. I just think he's. I don't know. I don't want to say Wayne's fall off has fell off, but I just feel that like he was so impactful when the Carter 3 came out that if you think about it, the Lil Wayne babies that came after the Carter 3, they took his style, they took his cadence, they took his flows.
I
Like that
literally
transitioned
seen-
to Young Thug and then kind of transitioned now into Lil Baby. So it's like his influence is so strong that I don't want to sit here and say Wayne's done, he's cooked.
Absolutely. No, I
Here's
don't
my
think so.
feeling,
No,
though.
I wouldn't say
I think
that.
this album, I got no proof of this. I have no inside information on this, but I feel that he is in one of those contracts where he has to put albums out, and I think he's at a point where he wants to rap, he wants to continue to do this shit, but I don't think his heart's in it no more. You feel me?
Yeah.
And he's just doing this, like, seeing Wayne on tour is very, at this stage of his career, at the level that he's doing it, is disheartening. And it's because of the shitty contracts that he signed, the shitty contracts that he probably was forced to sign. So I feel like this was just a quick grab. There are some bright spots in the album, though. There are some dope cuts on a record.
Yeah.
I think the one thing that we need to talk about though is that Nicki verse.
Okay, yes, I heard it. Did you
Throw it.
hear it?
Once.
Okay.
Once. So yeah.
The band from NO record, which is the one we're talking about, he sampled the Nori record, Band from TV, which Wayne's rapped over that beat before, like a freestyle. And he's just completely obliterated. I don't know what happened on the album version of it, but yeah, Nicki winning on Jay-Z and Shannon Sharp. I'm not really one for. I'm not a Nicki fan.
Yeah, I know.
I
I like
don't
her.
see anything about her that's redeeming.
I like her. I fuck with her.
I mean, she can spit. She does her thing, but I'm just not a fan. She's got to realize that the Super Bowl thing with Kendrick, it shouldn't have been a slight to Lil Wayne personally. It's business.
Nah, I don't think so either.
So don't take
Absolutely
it
not.
personally.
But don't hop on Wayne's track.
and try
Trying
to diss
back
Jay.
him up and diss Jay. And,
Right.
Like,
I
come
think
on.
it's corny, bro. I think it's
I think she
opportunistic
did.
in my
She
opinion.
did what she's supposed to do. That's the boss.
True.
So you held her down.
I
Like,
mean,
what do you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
you gonna
true.
get in there and
Understandable.
ride for your camp. Like,
What happened? Does anybody know? I saw a track list for the Carter 6 that had Drake on it.
I didn't see that. I didn't see
just heard
I didn't
that
see a
there
track
was
list at
rumors
all.
about Nicki and Drake on it.
So
Nah,
what
but
happened
they-
to the Drake verse or the Drake feature? It's
I
been a
don't
long time since they did a record together, right?
Yeah, it's been a minute. I think the bar. One of the things is the bar's been set so high for Lil Wayne. I think if this album came from anybody else, you might listen to it and be like, "Damn, okay, like it's all right," you know. But
I think if you
Lil
had different
Wayne
beats-
put this shit out, you know. Like I'm expecting the world, you know.
Yeah.
Like for me,
I definitely expected a lot more for sure.
Well, like from everything that I'm hearing, it's not like a lack of lyrics. Like Wayne is still doing his thing.
no.
It's
Yeah,
literally
no,
his beat
most
selection.
def.
Like his beat selection on this one is just not it.
I think production sometimes is subjective. Like I listen to Rome Street's album with Conductor. People don't like those Conductor beats. I think them shit slam, bro.
What did Rayvon say? Conductor got you sounding like you in a jazz band.
Yo, that shit's hard, bro. I don't know. I think production sometimes is subjective, but you could probably talk to it a little bit too. Is like when you get a record, right? Like, does the beat tell you what to do on a record, or are you wanting the beat to basically paint your picture? How do you angle it
Oh man,
as a creative?
I think it just. That's a great question. I feel like, for me personally, I never felt like a beat has done that for me. I feel like more it's up to the lyricist and like for me to paint the picture and to drive it the certain way.
I agree,
Yeah.
and I think that's why I love how Eminem has been producing his albums the last couple of trips, because he's taking the production by himself. He's like, yo, this is what I want to convey to my lyrics.
Oh, for sure.
The beat's not gonna tell me where I'm going. I'm gonna tell this track where it's
The
going.
beat
you
should
know
just
what I mean?
complement everything. You know?
Exactly. But yeah, man, Carter 6 is out now. People comment, tell us what y'all think of it. Like I said, I think that it's definitely got some bangers on it. I think that there are. I'll put it to you this way. Hold on, I want to talk to the fans directly in their motherfucking eye. Don't let the internet tell you what's hot. Okay, you might like the Carter 6. You might love it. You might say, yo, this is the best shit ever. Don't let the internet dictate to you how something is or how something isn't, right? Because at the end of the day, listen to the project, make an opinion for yourself. All right, don't take my fucking word for it. Listen to it and say, yo, you know what? I like this album. I don't, but I like the Bells record. I did like the Low Keys theme. DJ Clue did that beat. I found out Clue did that beat. That shit slams, bro. That shit was super dope. The joint with him and his daughter was kind of cool.
Yeah.
It was out of key a little bit, but that's kind of Wayne. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed that one. The Manny Fresh record was kind of dope. I love hearing them together. And then there was another record towards the end of it. I think it was the last record. That record was dope too. So, people, man, Carter 6 is out now, man. But on a scale from 1 to 10, what are you giving it?
6.
6? I'm gonna give it like a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's above average, right? 5 is average. I mean, it's still Wayne. He's not average. He's still killing 90% of these motherfuckers out here, bro.
That's true.
Like, I didn't really love it, but it wasn't horrible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah, I think the internet was dragging it. They was
Yeah.
making it a
yeah.
little bit.
They're
they was
bullshit.
trying to make it worse than really what it
a
was.
lot of these,
you know what I'm
a lot of them are the younger generation, and no disrespect to these younger people, but I don't know that they know, like, like,
They don't know.
dog.
They don't know.
I've been
They
here,
don't
yo,
listen.
like, yeah, like I've
don't
been
listen.
listening to Lil Wayne, and like, you can't just come through and like, no, you got to go back and listen from the beginning, and like, you gotta. He's not putting out music that is it fits today's, like, it just doesn't, it's not the same sound as everybody else.
Right.
You
It's
know what
not
I'm
what the
saying? It's
Babies
not
are doing
exactly.
and-
Yeah. It's his own shit, and I feel like that's why they knocked it so hard, bro, because it's not the type of shit you hear on the radio nowadays, which, you're not gonna. It's Wayne, but
Do you
That's
feel
how
he
I
was
feel about it.
chasing a sound at all? Do you think he was trying
no,
to?
I don't think so. I don't
either.
think so.
I think he
No.
was just doing what, like the Jelly Roll record to me was kind of like, I didn't expect that type of compare between them two. But I see what he was trying to do. I feel that Wayne.
I like that one. I like that.
You
shit.
like that one?
Hell yeah, bro.
I see.
Yeah.
I see what he's doing. I see what he's trying to accomplish, right? So you gotta respect it. And at the end of the day, Wayne's one of the greatest MCs to touch a mic, man. So, you know, I advocate everybody to listen. Just fucking listen to it, right? Don't take my word for it. Don't take it. Just go listen to it, stream it, and form your own opinion. You know what I'm saying? What else we got?
We got Game supporting LA Mexican community during the ICE protests. So, you know, I think everybody's always referencing the Pac lyrics, right? Live and die in LA. Wouldn't be LA without Mexicans.
Yeah.
And I think that's important, right? To whatever your views on your political views are, right? Like, we're all people, bro. You know, we're all human beings. And I think, you know, to stand up for people to be treated like human beings is important, you know? So whatever it is, you know, I think it's important to stand up for you know, people who don't necessarily have a voice or whatever. And he's influential, so I think that's dope of him, you know, to stand up for the Mexican community out there, because that's a huge part of LA, you know. Yeah,
I mean, they need the support, man, and I love this post because you know, he was talking about, you know, I think he quoted the Pac verse, you know, like, you know, we might not get along, but we'll burn this shit down and you get us pissed, right? So it's like, I agree. I think right now what we got to do, period, is that I think we got to come together and make sure people are being treated fairly, but also make sure that at the end of the day that we support the community, right? Because there's a lot of fuck shit going on right now. You know what I mean? And I feel that if people stay quiet, you're being complicit, right? But if you're not saying anything about it, right, you think it's okay. And at the end of the day, a lot of this shit happening is not cool, right? There are some problems with the system. I was having this conversation yesterday. I was talking to a young lady who was at the protest that your friend was at, Fragile, and I was telling her, I said, look, you know, immigration, there's no real system for people to come into the country. So if you don't have a system for them to come in the country, what are they going to do? They're going to come here anyway, right? Because they're fleeing. They're trying to get away from their situation. So until these Bloods and Crips in the government figure out what the fuck they doing and actually do something, it's a broken system. And what we got to do is we got to make sure people are protected, right? So I appreciate what Game's doing. I think it's very noble of him. I remember, I believe he referenced it in the post, but when the Rodney King incident happened in the 90s, the Mexican community stood up for the black community, right? Because they knew that was an injustice. So an injustice to one is an injustice to all, right? So I appreciate what Game's doing, and I love the fact that he's out there supporting. I think it's so important that I think everybody should do it, right? You see something that fucking ain't right, you speak the fuck up.
What was that joint that he had with Skrillex? Where he has that whole verse in Spanish?
Oh, the El Chapo record.
Yeah, El Chapo.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, Game's a talented guy, and I know we talked last time about him being excluded from the list or being not. Like, he wasn't on the list at all, right?
No, he was, I think he was number 6.
Nah, I don't think so. Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good. I love Game, man.
It's still at 6.
I think Game is one of the guys that I think his outside antics stop him from getting his flowers, but I don't give a fuck, bro. He's one of the best to do it. One of the best to do it, bar none. You feel me? So shout the Game, shout the Whack. That's dope.
Bro, 92 bars is insane.
Game's one of the only guys that I know wants to compete with everybody. If a broomstick rapped, he would go.
That's the shit I can't fuck with. You know, I like old Game, but this new Game,
I mean, the antics,
attention-seeking shit, bro. I don't fuck with that, bro. Like, you're a grown man.
He's always been like that.
You're a grown man.
Like that. Since the 50s shit, he's been like that.
I mean, I respect him for leaving G Unit. I respect him for leaving. Nah, bro, but I stopped following this fool. He was posting pictures in his underwear and shit, bro. Like, where do they do that at, bro? Where do they do that at, bro? For real? Come on, bro. Tired of it now. I've been tired of it, bro. You got this banana hammock hanging out and shit, bro. Put that shit away. Nobody wants to see that, bro. Man. This ain't,
See, but that's the thing is, like, I don't see shit like that, so I never really look at it. But I get what you're saying. If you looking at social,
this motherfucker act like he'll never open Instagram. I'll never see no shit like that. Please, man.
I'm just saying,
you
like,
seen that shit?
Nah, bro. I don't. look, I just mentioned it earlier. Like, I don't care what you do outside of that album. To be honest, like, yo, Kanye can sit here and still say "Hell Hitler." Like, okay, cool. Like, what you doing on the album, bro? That's all I care about.
You're tripping,
Because
dog. I care about.
I mean, I care about it to a point, but it's like. It's just publicity. That's all they're trying to do is get people talking, bro.
What you gotta understand is you are forming my opinion on you when you're not rapping, right? Yeah, I might like your music, but if you're taking pictures with your Johnson out, I'm not gonna listen to you, bro. I'm not. Straight up, bro. I'm making a choice. I'm a consumer, and I'm choosing for the consumer, bro.
I respect that.
We're not doing that. I can't listen to you talk about all this gangster shit, knowing that you out here doing the most for the Instagram, bro. Like you could get women. Like, why you gotta do all that, bro?
It's like Isaiah Rashad. Like there was this huge thing when he made his comeback. He was going to like Coachella or some shit. But then there was like this sex tape that came out. But it was a gay sex tape, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, I don't know if I could listen to this motherfucker again." It's
I mean, that I don't care about you being gay. If you gay, whatever, bro. Like, that ain't no issue to me.
That's
but
why
I
to
feel
me
like
it doesn't matter. Like, what are you doing on the record, bro?
Right. Like, I could still go listen to Rashad's albums. And I could
Kanye,
be like,
what you doing on the record? Drake, what you doing on the record?
Was he talking about being with women in his music?
Yeah.
He was?
Yeah.
I don't know then. I don't know if I'm gonna hear that shit if I know it ain't true,
that
bro.
was like,
you feel me?
Who used to say back in the day was like, I used to tell people, I can't remember who the R&B singer is now, but like I think he came out as gay, and I used to get mad. I was like, I'm not mad at he's gay. He was like, yo, he's stealing our women over here. Like, he's singing about stealing our women. He's actually, the girls like him.
Yeah.
He's stealing our women, and you an undercover lover. Get out of here, bro.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane.
Get to the back of the line, man. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
That shit's funny, bro.
Yeah, what's wrong with you, bro? You be yeah. See, that's the type of shit I don't fuck with. Or like these pretty lesbians, bro, to take all the pretty girls, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Why you taking all the pretty girls? Bam, these lesbians got the prettiest girlfriends, bro,
Hey,
all
man,
the time.
Hey, they doing their thing. You can't hate on
Bro,
them.
I mean, I'm a hate. I respect it, but I'm a hate. Shit.
Hey, it's competition now.
Yeah.
It's deeper competition.
Yeah,
now. You gotta battle two of them.
Hell yeah.
That's funny, bro.
What?
Yeah, but shout the game, man. Shout the whack. Like I said, man, anything in the community that's about uplifting and making sure people educate, I'm all for, man. And there's a lot of shit going on nowadays, so I just feel that it's important for people to speak up. And Game's got a big voice in LA. He's LA homegrown, so I think anybody that sees that salutes it. You feel me? What else we got?
Most definitely. Kendrick Lamar, BET Awards.
K-Dot.
So I think he took home a lot of awards, and I think one of the things you said what now?
He took another 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we talked about this last time we were up here too, and I think it's like, does he deserve to win? Do we think he should have won? I think he's all right. I don't know. I mean, I don't know about. I mean, I like Kendrick. What do you think about Kendrick?
Being a Drake fan, I'm interested to hear your position.
Yeah. So I like Kendrick. I think my honest opinion is he did make a song and it gave him a lot of attention, but the song was about Drake.
Yep.
Thank you. And I will say the reason why I think it blew up also is because we live in a time now where a lot of people love drama, and it's usually the younger crowd.
Yeah.
And the younger crowd, I have to remind myself, the younger crowd, they're like 20 right now, or like even 21. They skipped that like 3 years or 2 years of COVID. Like, they went from middle school to high school without the interactions that we went through that you need to like get a little bit more mature. And I think that's just what pushed it a lot. And as an artist too, you also have to ride with like what's trending at the moment. And I think Kendrick just pushed it to its full potential, and like, that's dope. Like,
took advantage. Yeah, like, but, it was smart for sure.
I honestly think that's probably why he's where he's at right now, because Kendrick's been rapping for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, I think I just think it's just the politics too. It's just
there's so many politics involved with it. It's crazy because I've been very vocal on this pod in the battle that this was something for me that was exciting for the culture because, you know, I was outside when Jay and Nas was going at it. I was a kid, bro. I was hunting for the mixtapes to hear Nas's response, and just like we was in front of a computer getting it right away, like I was hunting for the tapes. We've never seen two artists of this caliber go at it.
Yeah.
You know, Kendrick has his own successes as an artist, Drake as well. The thing that kind of, I think, when Drake was battling other people in the past, it was kind of like that meme movement where it was like, we're not going to win off of a battle rap or rhyming, but we're going to win off of public perception on social media.
For sure.
And I was really disappointed in that at first, but then when Drake barred up, when he barred up against Meek, I loved it. When he barred up against, who else did he bar up against? That was it, right? He didn't respond to Joe Budden. I think he did like maybe 1 or 2 bars, right?
Common,
yeah. He did a Common spat, which was like, all right, cool. But I think I disagree with you in a little bit in the sense of I do think that the Not Like Us record, if people understand music and how music puts you in a hypnosis state, the way that beat was constructed, it's already going to hypnotize you, right? But the great thing about the Not Like Us record is that I think people were counting Kendrick out in the music game of like, hey, you're great. You're a Pulitzer Prize winner. You put together these masterful albums, but yeah, where's your hit records at? Where's your radio? Right. And I think that kind of fueled Kendrick to be like, oh, word, y'all think I can't do this shit? I'm going to knock your boy out, and I'm going to do what he does. And I love it because I think Kendrick probably needed that for his career, but I also think Drake, too, needed it for his career to be able to reset. I've been feeling Drake's been stagnant the last few albums. I don't think his albums have hit really well the last few trips. And I think it's because he's so comfortable in his position right now that I think he's scared to take a little bit of a risk.
It's gotten to a point where I feel like as an artist, Drake, it's the comfort, just being comfortable, like you said. And I'm glad someone tested that and kind of humbled him a little bit and was like, damn. But I for sure think.
Do you think he lost anything in the battle? Do you think he lost any points, or do you think he lost any stripes at all because of the battle?
I'm gonna be honest. Lose fans. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think any of them lost. I think if anything, it just gave him more recognition and more clout.
It was win-win for everybody. I think.
It was.
Yeah, bro. You said you didn't like his last. You didn't like For All the Dogs. No,
that's a great album,
bro. That whole album.
But I think my favorite Drake album is Take Care.
Yeah, and, I mean, I'm not mad at that. Is that
the one, the brown cover?
Yeah,
that's his second album, right?
When he's at the bar or he's at the table.
Album.
Yeah, I love that record. I love Take Care. That's my favorite Drake track. I think I believe so. I think the last album for me it was like, I think every artist hits this point, and I think I want people to follow Jay-Z's lead on this, and I'll explain this to you. So, when Jay was dropping an album every year, he stayed fresh, but his content was really stagnant. Like, it kind of was like Jay usually he was a dope dealer. So it was always like, I'm a dope dealer, I'm flipping this brick into business. When Jay left and retired, he went away for a little while, and then he got some life experience. He got married, had some kids, bought some more businesses. So then he had more things to talk about, and then he was able to take that knowledge and kind of drip it to the fans. Drake's been on such a crazy run the last 10, 15 years that I think he's been relied on so heavy by the labels to keep pumping hit records out that he hasn't really had that time to like hibernate, get recalibrated, and then reset his own. Because he's like, I feel like for my dogs, it's like, he's our age, right? Drake? He's a little older than us?
He's our age. Yeah, his birthday. I'm older than you, but yeah, his birthday's like 2 weeks before mine.
So I think like I just feel sometimes with Drake, like I don't really feel like I feel growth in the music. I feel it's the same shit. It's just a different way of doing it. So like for instance, like he'll do a record with Baby, it knocks, but it's like damn Drake, I heard that before. You know what I'm saying? So I never felt any growth from the albums pretty much since. I think Scorpion to me was probably like his last album where I felt like he was in a really good zone of being vulnerable, that the record about his mom was dope. Like he had a lot of great music on that project. And I feel like after that, I didn't feel like it hit like that.
Did you listen to them? You listen to Certified Lover Boy for all the dogs?
Like Certified Lover Boy.
You didn't listen to these? You let top to bottom. You like?
Yeah, I listen.
I don't think so, bro. this is debatable,
I'm not
dog.
saying
Because
it's a trash album.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like Drake's his level, his bars per set pretty high to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, of course.
I just didn't feel it. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't feel it.
I think you're tripping, bro. I think
Because-
Certified Lover Boy's fire.
And I reference it to Jay because I remember during this period with Jay, because I'm a huge Jay-Z fan. I remember that I was feeling the same way about Jay for a little while. And then he went away. And then he dropped 444. And it was like, a lot of people don't like that album, but it's so mature. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you hear him on a record and like he's talking about things he never talked about. He's letting the fans know like, yo, I went through this shit. I cheated on my wife. My wife wanted to leave me. My wife had a miscarriage, or like I went back to whatever. And I just felt the growth in it. And I think for Kendrick, it's a slippery slope because he's been mature at his level for so long. He's kind of stooping down to that. What'd you call it? Kendrick for Dummies? Kendrick for Dummies is happening and everybody loves it. And I feel like Kendrick's having to dumb down his content to get to that crowd when he shouldn't have to. But again, that's the politicking and the business about it, right? It's a slippery slope, man. But I think Kendrick deserves everything coming to him. I think he had a great year. I think it lit a fire inside of him. And he said, yo, I got to show him proof. I got to put these hit records out. I think they said there's 10 records on this project are in the fucking Billboard Top 100.
Oh my gosh.
That hasn't been done since like Thriller type shit.
Damn.
He's
So
like
it's-
Drake now.
It's amazing how it's amazing the type of year that he had. What did he say?
I said, oh, he's like Drake now.
He's like Drake now.
Yeah, doing the type of shit Drake does.
One thing though that I'm really curious about though with the BET Awards is and I know it's one of the topics. I don't know if it's the next topic, so please tell me if I'm jumping ahead, but Big Tigger was in the booth with
Yeah.
Ludacris.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
You're not, I mean, I think we could just kind of move right into that one, right? Rap City coming back.
I would love that, man.
Yeah, that was it's like you get home from school, bro, turn on some BET, bro, and see
Rap City.
all these freestyles and all that, bro. You probably know because of him. It's the basement, you know what I'm saying?
But
But
up, like what, 2-3 weeks ago with Flatbush, when Flatbush did that whole
Yep.
like Beast Coast album, they had Tigger in the
Yeah, Tigger, yeah.
basement with them doing all those.
are you
freestyle.
familiar with the Rap City, the basement? No.
Yeah, I think
It
he's
was,
he's
It was. I think we're probably the last generation. It was a show on BET, and it was hosted by Big Tigger, right? And they would go into like the basement, and they would just it'd be different
artists
artists
would
and
come
stuff.
up and promote for their albums,
Oh,
and then they
okay.
would jump in the booth and spit a freestyle. They play music videos. It was like a 2-hour. Do you remember 106 in Park?
Yeah.
Okay, so 106 in Park will come on like prime time, and that'd be
Okay.
like their flagship show.
Yeah.
So the 2 hours before 106 in Park, it was just hip hop, Rap City.
Wow.
And it was a really, really popular show on BET, bro. I remember when I was a kid, bro. I used to get out of school at Rap City would start at 5 o'clock, I believe, or 4 o'clock Eastern. I ride my pedal bike home so fast because we had VCRs back then. I recorded. I wanted to see every minute of Rap City. I want to see what was going on, what videos was out, and I love the booth. Tell me why Ludacris don't get his fucking props, bro. Why is he so underrated, bro?
I saw a list saying that he's overrated,
No.
and I'm like, yo, y'all are
No.
criminally
Nope.
doing this man wrong.
I'm sorry.
Luda?
No.
Luda overrated is crazy.
Yeah, I don't think he's overrated.
Bro, that
Luda's
is-
top 3 Atlanta ever.
I think Luda's in the top 5 of the South. Collectively.
Well, I mean, yeah.
You want to talk ATL? You want to regionalize it? Cool. Yo, Luda is that fucking guy. So the BET Awards was this week, and Luda jumped in the booth and did a crazy freestyle, and then Kevin Hart did his like comedy chocolate dropper shit.
Yeah.
But it was though it's kind of like a hint of nostalgia, and it's crazy because if they do bring Rap City back, it's kind of funny because I heard they were gonna bring back 106 in Park.
Oh, wow.
And I think, to me personally, I think that these platforms are needed, especially for a young artist like you. Where are the outlets for you to kind of like get into, right? Like, if you think about it as a Latin artist, there's not really a lot of platforms for you to jump on, right? Think about it, right? So I think if they're gonna bring back these platforms, whether it be Rap City just for the hip hop heads, and then Want to See Apart for the mainstream crowd, I think these things are healthy to have back into the culture because we don't have them anymore, bro.
For sure. I agree.
what I'm saying?
I agree on that. I think the only platforms right now is just like It's TikTok, YouTube, but it's like
socials, yeah.
everyone else is doing different things on those platforms. So if it's like strictly, if it's strictly something dedicated to the music, I feel like it definitely works.
It's crazy because I remember, I guess I'm showing my age, but I remember MTV used to play music videos, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
remember
now
those.
it's reality shows. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about the music. So yeah, yeah. They made it corporate. You know what I'm saying? You got okay. I'm not gonna include you guys because you guys are too young. But I know you. I hope you remember. Do you remember the box, bro?
Yeah. Yeah.
familiar.
Tell me you dialed that number from the house crib.
I ain't never dialed. No, I ain't never
I
dialed no
did.
numbers, dog.
I got my ass beat,
I was gonna
bro.
say I would have got beat down.
Do you know what the box was?
It sounds familiar.
Okay, so it used to be like a syndicated channel, right? And if you had a TV with the antennas on it, right, it was one of those channels. But the concept is that they would have a list of music videos, and you would call a 900 number.
Yeah.
They charge you like $2 a call,
Oh,
and you would
damn.
type in a code, and you basically your video would come on. So like if you wanted to hear, Bad Bunny, you type 456, and then the video would play, and you could do that as many times as long as you paid the $2. That shit was life changing when I was a kid, bro. I used to love that shit, dog. But they played music videos all day. You know what I'm
Damn.
saying? It's like a jukebox. Think of it like
Yeah.
a jukebox. That shit just sparked in my brain the box, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's
It was
crazy.
tight until the bill came. Shit. Yeah, but I
You
never
know how
did that,
big of a
dog.
fucking deviant I am? I shouldn't be sharing this because it shows the fucking terrible person I was when I was a kid. When I was a kid, bro, my mom, I was getting into trouble, and she was like, "Yo, you're going to the church, and then you're gonna get confirmed. You're gonna read up, you're gonna get confirmed." Cool. Well, shit. The pastor was, teaching a class or whatever, and I'd always ask the pastor, "Yo, I want to go in the other room and study. I can't really focus." I used to tell him I had like a disorder or something, right? Had a phone in the joint. I be dialing shit the 1-900 numbers, though, in the church. I do the box sometimes. Or I was a big wrestling fan when I was a kid, so there used to be this company called ECW. Used to have a hotline. I go listen to the hotline, see what they talking about.
Oh, wow.
So I'm racking up the church's bill. I got my ass beat, bro, at all levels. But that was back in the day when everything cost money to request something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you either had the 1-900 number, charge the phone bill. Things have changed, man. It's crazy how technology has changed. You're right. Everything now is social. That's a lot of artists now. Their campaigns is just social. That's how they move. The music, to me, the music video is dead. Unfortunately,
Oh, 100%. I agree.
you know what I'm saying. But yeah, man. Shout to BET, man. I hope they bring back Rhapsody. If that's coming back, I mean, I would love it. Would you want Big Ticket to host it again?
No.
No. You
No.
want someone else?
I think they need somebody else, right? I think it'd be dope to have a guest appearance by him
Hey,
every
yo,
now and
BET,
then.
I'll do it.
I think they need like.
Young Blood.
Oh, did he?
Like,
I mean, that's
well, no, like I think like just from what I saw recently from Big Ticket, like he could still do it. Like,
Of
course he can.
Oh, 100%. I
Like, he's
don't
still
have no
got the
doubts that
hype
he
to
could
him.
still do it, but I think the smart move or what they're probably going to do is going to go with somebody younger with more exposure and somebody that's more well
You
known,
gotta
right?
cater to the new generation.
Like-
Yeah,
DC
absolutely.
Young
Maybe or
Maybe.
like even I don't know.
I don't know, somebody new. I agree with you. I think if they're gonna revive it, they need to have someone like you gotta think about it. Like music is really dominated by the younger crowd. That 18 to 34 demographic, that's the core audience that a lot of these labels are catering to. So I think they need to have somebody youthful and young at the table. And who knows, maybe they bring in Tigger every once in a while and he does some cameos or whatever. But I'm for it, bro. If they bring in Rap City back, man, shit. Tell me when. I'll be watching that motherfucker.
We got Timbaland confirms he's working with AI artists.
I saw that shit, bro.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a fan. What do you think? You seen it?
I've
It's
not
a
seen
completely AI artist. Timbaland is working with an artist that is completely artificial. It's
That's
artificial
crazy.
intelligence.
AI.
Very strange to me. I'm not a fan.
I
Why
think
are we
that's-
doing this?
Yeah, I agree.
That's kind of weird for him to be doing that.
Why are we doing
Is that
this?
real?
I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think it's weird. I think it's very Timberland-esque. He's a creator.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to tap into what's happening with AI, but
Yeah.
I'm not a fan
I
of
don't
it.
like it at all.
It takes the soul out of it.
Yeah, for
Music
sure.
is all about that expression, right? It's all about control to me. So you're basically it's a power grab.
It has
It's
no life
terrible.
to draw inspiration from.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like you have no experience, no, heartache, happiness, joy, nothing to,
Yeah, the
to
music
draw
gonna slap. That shit gonna
inspiration
be crazy.
from. Oh yeah,
But it's
Timbaland's
not
a
gonna
dope
be that-
producer, but I don't fuck with it. I don't think it's a good look, and I don't want AI to be learning no new shit anyway. Yeah, bro, for real. I don't want to introduce AI to like you could be a music artist. No, you can't. Stay your ass in the computer and answer my questions and shit,
Answer
bro.
my questions.
You know? Yeah, hell no, bro. You can't do that. You can't be anything you want to be. You just,
I mean,
hell no.
Here's the thing about AI, bro. Like, there's always a positive and negative to everything, right? The positive is the example we had a couple months ago with Beanie Siegel.
Oh yeah, that's
You know what I'm
dope.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
or the DOC. Your voice
Nah,
got
fuck
fucked up
with it,
or
bro,
whatever.
yes.
AI can bring it to where it needs to be. I know M did an AI on the last project, but yeah, you didn't know that.
Use his old voice. Brought his
Yeah.
old voice back. Just like
That
Beans.
whole Slim Shady, that nasally Slim Shady. That's AI, bro. Yeah, they so I guess from what I read is that M's team had hired this AI company to solely kind of like basically retrain the voice and do in post. So when he did the Guilty Conscious records throughout the album, he recorded it and then they dubbed the lyrics to made him sound like he's
Damn.
1999 Eminem. To me, that's dope. I love that part of AI to be able to create things outside the norm. But for you to take the soul out of it and basically pivot it as a control movement, that's fucking crazy. You remember when they had that AI rapper? Was it last year or the year before?
No, dude, that was like 4 years ago.
It was that long ago?
Damn.
You remember seeing that with the AI rapper? Like, bro, I was like, bro, what are we doing? But
Like it was like it posted, and the shit was gone. Like nobody heard anything from that ever again.
well, think of it. If the labels got control of that at that level, why do they need the artist? Why are they paying an artist? Like, think about it. If Fragile Boy's trying to get a deal, he's trying to make a business out of his situation. He's gonna go to a major label that can basically copy his likeness and everything, and they don't need to pay him. It's all profit for the label. To me, that shit is so corny, bro.
Y'all don't like it.
That's why I tell you, the biggest piece of advice I have for you as an artist, bro, is that when you start getting, you got a buzz now, and I think your buzz is going to continually, go up. Do not let anybody come onto your block and say, I want to sell my product on your block because it looked good. You created that motherfucker. You created that block. That's your block. You own that shit. Don't let nobody come in and try to take your shit. Or I'm going to pump on your block and give you a percentage. Fuck no, I want 100. You create. They didn't help you right. What's that shit that Drake said? You wasn't shooting me in the gym.
You one with me shooting in the gym.
You wasn't with me in the studio writing this shit, right? So don't fall for that shit because I'll tell you this story. I don't know if I shared it with y'all. I'm not going to say the name because it's irrelevant. There's a girl, a young lady who's one of the biggest rappers right now in the game. She came to us and... Huh? I don't remember who I tell because I don't really be telling a lot of people these things, but we had a young lady come into the office and she had a record. It was popping. Little Latina girl, big booty,
Fire.
looking girl, great
Right.
looking girl, the whole nine, which is all these female rappers, and she's got a hot record. We sit down with her, we talk about what we can bring to the table, we educate her, like I kind of give you some education today as we talk. And the young lady goes across the street to Sony and signs a 360 deal. This girl got an exorbitant amount of money with a loan above 50%. And I see her now, and I'm very sad for her because on the outside, you look at her on social. Oh, she got money. She got jewels. She got a nice car. She got a banging body. She got no bread, bro. They took everything from her. And now she's at a stage of her career where she's not going to have another #1 record
Yeah.
because she's chasing it. And the unfortunate nature is that she's a slave to that deal. And those stories don't end right. You seen Scarface. You see how that shit ends. It's not pretty. And unfortunately, a lot of artists get trapped in that. Yeah. Instead of investing in themselves, I tell artists all the time, go get a loan. Go get a personal loan or a business loan if you got your LLC. Invest in yourself. Don't let the labels invest in you because it's a predatory loan. They know people need money. These young artists coming from the streets, 10, 15, 20,000. I'll take it. Tell me where to sign. They don't know what they got to do to get the money, but that's the dangerous precedent that they set at these labels. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And it's just a path that I tell people to just not go down at all. I've had experiences with major labels, Job Records, $1.5 million deal with Pap was the worst decision we ever made as a crew. Money was great. You know, a lot of us reinvested the money into other things, but we lost our buzz. Like, by the time we put out Pap's first album, nobody cared.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not nobody, but you know what I'm saying? Like, what we had built up was tarnished, bro. And a lot of artists chase that bag, and sometimes, again, it's predatory. Just be safe. Be smart. You feel me? You're a talented guy. So just stay away from those pitfalls, because a lot of young artists make those pitfalls because it's money thing. They need the money. I got bills. I got kids. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So it's just one thing I always like to tell people. Just not trying to tell you what's best for you, because at the end of the day, that might be a good look for you, but majority of the time, it's not what it's cracked up to be. You know what I mean? So yeah, man.
I think we're wrapped up. We were supposed to do. We had a little game, but I think we're right now. I don't know where we got on time.
No, we good. Let's do it. We got the game. Let's wrap up.
The game. Well, we got a performance by Fraglie Boy.
No performance this week.
All right, for sure.
We
All right, cool.
He just did a show. You know what I'm saying? He was tearing it down.
We gotta let them vocals rest.
Let them vocals
Most
chill.
deaf. I ain't got to. This is you then, bro.
Yeah.
On the game, I don't even know nothing about it.
Yeah. So shouts to oh my God, I can't remember the young lady's name. Shouts to University of Dope. I had looked this game up, and I figured it'd be a great opportunity for us to connect before we get out of here, but also have a little bit of fun. And basically, the rules are on the. If anybody has the notepad in front of them, there's some rules. T-Rav got them. What's the rules, yo?
Each player has 4 cards marked A, B, C, and D.
Yours. Oh shit, you gotta get filled up.
Choose a player to start. Going clockwise, each player should take a turn picking a play card and reading it aloud. After reading the question, players have 5 to 10 seconds to place their answer face down in front of them. When all players have made their decision, flip over the cards revealing the answer choices. Majority rules determines the correct answer. Losers must drink.
You lose, you gotta drink just 32.
The whole thing?
The whole
The
fucking
32?
thing, dog. 32, dog. 32 ounces to the neck, bro. You the loser, you gotta neck it.
You hear this, bro?
I mean, you ready to clean up? You ready?
Gotta do it, right, Tim? Tell him, bro. Hey, Tim, come in here and plug the Hydro Bar real quick for the. We live right now on YouTube.
Oh heck yeah! Am I on camera?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys, if you're in Albuquerque, stop by the Hydro Bar. It's an education and resource center. Everything alkaline water. We test everything you can get off the shelf. If you have a favorite bottled water, we encourage you bring it in here or water from home, and we'll test it for you. So yeah, this is alkaline. It's ionized, and it'll hydrate you better than anything else out there.
Yeah, man. Hydrobar.io.
Come check it out.
Yeah, man. Shout to Tim. That's my guy, man.
If you do mention Commission Cypher, we'll hook you up with your first 2-gallon bags free.
Yes,
Beautiful.
sir.
Most
Yes,
definitely.
sir. It's my guy, Tim.
Yes, sir.
We need to have Tim do this game sometime too. We gonna have his ass sit here and play with us. He always moving around. He own the shop, but he's a businessman. He got customers to tend to, man. But shout out to his pops, man. Shout out to his moms. They incredible people, and they'll come hook you up. I want to ask you. You've been drinking this water. You taste the difference, don't you?
I do, honestly. It's my first time trying it.
Yeah, man.
And
It's life
like-
changing, bro.
yeah, it's like not heavy.
Right.
It's like just feels like it's what my body needs.
Yeah.
Silky, bro. I drank this. I
Silky.
said
Yo,
that the
he
first
said
time.
that
I mean,
shit.
it's
Yeah,
silky,
it's
bro.
true.
Yeah,
It's true.
it's like very smooth, dog.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy because they had educated me on a lot of the process of the alkaline water, just the way the water goes through the cogging machines. You ever notice when you pop open like a bottle of water and you drink it and you feel heavy, like you feel kind of bloated?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because they when they break down the water to purify it, they add in a bunch of chemicals. And you look at the label and it's like, oh, it's just water. Nah, it ain't. It's got some extra shit into it. So that's why it makes you feel like that.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So with the alkaline water, they take all the acidity out, right? And it's just pure alkaline, right? And they got different functions. Like you could do clean water for like taking medication. So like if you have time sensitive meds that need to hit your body within a certain time, you could take that. They got beauty water, so it's good for like washing your body, washing your face. The girls like it. So I tell the girls, hey, like my wife, hey, you gonna get the beauty water? I'll bring her a bottle. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
You know how the girls be. They gotta get all fresh and shit. You know what I'm saying? They gotta make their face look good. You know what I mean? And then this is 9.5 alkaline water.
Oh wow.
So it's the highest you could go, at least on the cake machine. I think you could go higher than that, but I think I seen a set it on a machine one time for like 10.5. Hey Tim, I'll ask you a question. We live on YouTube, man. Can you go higher than 9.5 on the scale of the alkaline water? You can't, right?
Well, you can go 11.5.
See, that's what I seen. 11.5.
But we use an additive to get to that point.
Oh,
it's
okay.
It's sodium chloride, which is like salt. And you can raise it to 11.5, but it doesn't taste the best because we use that sodium chloride. But it's used for mostly an emulsifier degreaser. It gets so high in pH that it breaks down oils.
Oh, that's crazy.
Nice.
And so people use it for, like veggie wash.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And there's also people that'll use it to detox.
Okay.
Because it's gonna loosen you up. So if you guys ever want to get detox, like I'm talking like cleanse, take some 11.5 home.
Damn.
It
Your
doesn't
machines
taste-
do 11.5?
It tastes a little salty though.
Makes
Thank you.
sense.
Appreciate
that
you,
makes
Tim.
sense. Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
So the water is life changing, bro. Really, at the end of the day, I got sick a couple years ago. I think we're going on I think this November will be 2 years since I got super sick. And a lot of the chemicals in the food, right? I don't know. I'm pretty sure you know about that. I was getting so sick that I had to basically get all the acid out of my body, all the acidity, and basically replenish it with alkaline, fruits, veggies, water, right? I had to reset from the bottom up. And once I met Tim and his family, when they were really passionate about the water, we linked up and we've been here ever since doing a podcast, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's been a beautiful partnership because they educate people on being health. We educate up here as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you like it, man. We'll make sure that we get you some water to take home. You know what I'm saying? Get you guys some gallon waters, and you're going to be pissing like a motherfucker. I'm going to tell you this now, this game right now, whoever's got to chug this shit, you guys going to be running out of here and pissing. So
I
get
gotta
ready, 'cause you gonna lose, dog.
I gotta pee already, bro. I don't even understand the rules.
All right, so
So there's gonna be.
He'll
Sounds like
explain.
you're gonna about to check this.
So there,
That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like, bro.
so there's gonna be like a question. There's gonna be 4 choices: A, B, C, or D.
Okay.
We all pick one. Whoever picks the least popular one, they have to
Loses.
drink.
they lose it, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a majority vote.
So it's a popularity contest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose. Cause I don't fuck with y'all.
I don't fuck with you either.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but shout out to University of Dope. I'm going to tag them up here, man. This is a dope-ass game. That's cool.
Which one's the side that I gotta hide, man?
Huh?
Can you zoom in on this for us so people can see?
No.
Just put it up in the camera, right behind you, bro.
Anybody watching, I need a new producer, male, female, whatever. I'm going to fire this guy, though.
Bro,
I appreciate
get
you.
a better studio.
A,
Oh.
B, C, D.
Well, program, I should say. No disrespect on the hydro.
True artists don't blame his tools, bro. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so basically you're going to ask the question,
Shut up, Grizz.
who pulls the card, though?
Oh.
We got to go clockwise and pull the card, right? Okay. You start then.
What if it's a tie? It's 4 of us. You just go to another round?
Yeah.
Do it again? All right, for sure.
Erase one from hip hop history, and I gotta come up with 4.
A what?
Erase one from hip hop history, and I gotta come up with the 4.
A race
Okay.
one?
One from hip hop history.
Okay, so pick 4 people and then we got to vote. Who are you going to get out of hip hop history? So he's going to give us 4 artists.
Oh, a race.
A
A
race.
race. I
Yeah.
thought he said
E-race.
a race. Like, we're going to put up 4
No,
artists to
E-race.
race each other? What?
Erase, motherfucker.
Oh, E-race.
E-race.
Oh, from hip hop history?
Get him
All right,
outta here.
I put
Thought
it
you
up.
said raise too.
Yeah, yeah. Say thank you, bro.
Hey.
Thank you.
Hey.
Let's go.
Let's go south.
Okay.
Luda, T.I., 3 Stacks, Jeezy.
Oh,
Okay, so hold on.
Ah.
Luda's A, T.I. is B, 3 Stacks
Stacks
C, and then Jeezy 4. D. Jeezy's D.
I'm not answering, so I'm drinking. The whole thing? I'm drinking the whole fucking thing. I'm not erasing any of those guys from hip hop history.
I'll erase all of them before I drink that shit, bro. That's
Damn.
a big old bottle of water. Tripping. All right, well I mean, nobody's. He lost, bro. Nobody's gonna lose.
I think maybe pick another card and see.
I'm gonna go. Well, I'm gonna pick. I got mine right here, bro.
Can you name them again?
Bang.
So, Luda, T.I., 3 Stacks, Jeezy.
You say G-Eazy?
Jeezy, like Young Jeezy.
The Snowman.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you said G-Eazy. I was like, oh, dude,
Yeah,
G-Eazy.
done. Yeah, gone. Jeezy the
yeah, no,
Snowman.
like
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay, I got mine.
Same. Let's go. Who you got? Who you got, T-Rap? Yeah, bro.
Wow.
Absolutely. I'm not getting rid of the Snowman, dog.
3
Yeah.
Stacks? Come on.
I already
just
know.
literally
And
just
Luda,
talked about
bro.
Luda.
Just
Yeah,
know who
none.
picked all 4 of them. I love all them guys, dog.
Give it back?
Okay. Well,
And then
you're going to drink every round then, I'm sure.
It's cool.
Trying to get hydrated, baby. I
like
got a
this.
big day ahead of me. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't believe you drank the whole thing,
That's the
bro.
rules of the game, my G.
Well, fill it up. You going to play another round? You got to fill it up. I want to see you drink too.
Yeah, man. Hydrobar.io, man. Come see us. You know what I'm saying? We playing this game, University of Dope. I just drank 32 ounces of alkaline water. I feel great. I feel great.
All right, pop quiz. Going clockwise, each player must name one artist on Cash Money / Young Money Records. First player to mess up drinks.
Who goes first? Me?
I go first. Wayne.
Okay.
Okay. T-Raf.
Drake.
Tiger.
BG, baby.
Nicki Minaj.
What was Corey Gunn's son's name?
Nah, bro, you messed up,
Yeah,
dog.
I messed up.
Yeah, hell no, bro. You don't know. You can't. You.
What was Corey Guns? Corey Guns. Peter Guns is
but
so fuck
are we
up.
talking Young
Are we gonna
Money
give
or
him this?
Cash
Did
Money?
he fuck up? It's Young Money, Cash Money. Did he get it, or is this? Are we gonna?
Nah,
keep,
he got it.
All right, let's go.
You got it.
I think, what's his name? Kid?
Kid, yeah.
Yeah.
Turk.
Gutta.
Damn.
I'm out.
Drink.
Drink that shit, motherfucker.
Little twist.
Oh, yeah.
Tyga.
Twist.
We didn't say
Twist.
Tyga, right?
I said
oh,
Tyga.
You said
Oh,
Tyga.
BG. You said BG.
Yeah, I said BG.
Turk.
I love BG, man.
Juvie.
Yo, did they ever come and do a reunion yet? I'm surprised they haven't done one
No,
yet.
I don't think so, bro.
Would you be interested in a Hot Boys reunion?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Oh no, they did. They did because that was when Baby was on stage talking and Wayne cut his ass off. It was all over the internet. Wayne cut his ass
that's
off. He was
right.
talking to
That's
shit.
right.
And then Wayne, and they said Baby was asleep on the fucking stage and shit. Somebody had to come check on him. I don't know how true. I mean, it's all for the internet, but yeah, they did one. Yeah, I picked another one. I put that shit back because I should have put it on the bottom. I didn't know. I'm not.
Yeah, that's a weird
Yeah,
question.
weird. Yeah, I don't know nothing about it.
All right. Favorite kicks: A. Tim's, B. Air Force Ones, C. Chucks, D. Adidas.
Okay. You're not supposed to put it face up, bro.
Why not?
Shit.
Forces, Tim's.
All right, whatever. I thought we all. Oh, we supposed to do it at the same time?
Well, yeah, we do.
Oh,
You
that's
do
right,
it face
so-
down, then we flip over, and the least popular. All right.
All right, cool.
All right. Ready?
This is the most popular?
Which one you want?
Which one
Which
you-
one
okay.
you fuck with? Yeah. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh hell no. Oh hell no.
Grizz.
Oh hell
Let's go, dog. Get hydrated, baby.
Damn,
Come
bro.
on, dog.
Timbo's.
That is
Tim's,
wild. I cannot believe you.
God.
Of all people.
My Albuquerque native brother, bro. What happened? Tim.
You don't like Tim's, dog?
No. I'll never.
Stomp you with some Tim's
Never,
right now.
bro, you
dog.
could never.
You could never. What you like, lugs?
No, what do you mean? I Air Force Ones, bro. What do you mean? Air Force Ones.
I was. I like it. I like the ones too, but I had to go Tim's, baby.
Horses are nice, bro.
Damn. It says hater card. Choose a player to take a shot. Did I just skip this?
Yeah, just
Obviously, bro. Look at this. You can skip it.
Damn.
Yo, I had a-
Damn, this shit just fell. I was trying to slam. This shit wasn't going nowhere. My bad, dog. My bad. We're going to have to edit this out, bro. Take this.
Nah, we
take-
live,
take it
baby.
out.
We live, baby.
Take it out.
This fuck, that shit was live too.
Yeah, pick a.
All right, this one's cool.
You could.
It says you gotta rock the stage with only one. Choose your hype man.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ready?
Yep.
A. Spliff Star. B. Flavor Flav. C. Fat Man Scoop. D. Little John.
Oh shit. It's either A or C. It's either A or C.
Put your card down. Shut the fuck up and put the card down.
Wait, what?
See,
Who do you want? Who do you want your high man to be?
Oh, wait,
you got-
okay, come on. Now, let's hear it again.
So you got A. Spliff Star. B. Flavor Flav. C. Fat Man Scoop. D. Little John.
We don't have any.
As a hype man.
What y'all putting? what y'all about to put? Cause
I'm saying it's either A or C, and y'all are wrong.
Let's see.
I'm gonna
go with this because
Lil
I'm
Jon,
confident.
Oh baby, I'm with it. Let's go. Let's go, baby.
All right. I'm not drinking a whole nother for one of them, bro. You can kick me off the show, bro. Oh, I gotta pee bad.
That's the objective.
I'm wearing half the bottle. I mean, we could have took shots or slammed a cup, but we should have got cups and been like, you gotta slam a whole cup, bro. A 32 ounce. You could die from
All right,
overhydration.
listen, first round's 32. After that's the cup. All right, how about that?
Okay. Oh, you could die from being you could die from being overhydrated. See, bang, y'all both got a drink.
Damn, bro.
Y'all wouldn't pick Lil Jon?
Fat man scoop.
I pick Fat Man Scoop.
You want to take split star?
Nah, Fat Man Scoop.
Fat man scoop.
I mean,
Let's go now. Let's go now.
Come on, dog. Hey, rest in peace.
Here we go now.
Rest in peace, Fat Man Scoop.
I knew this
man.
fool was gonna pick him. I knew it.
You knew it?
Yes, I knew it.
I knew it. All right, so then do
Oh,
it.
you're on your second one, right?
Do this then.
Do the cup. It's a cup.
So do this. Get the pitcher, fill it up, and we'll do 2 more rounds. And then before we get out of here,
And we just do a cup. If you lose, it's a cup. Second time around, though. Not no damn.
first round 32. Get yourself hydrated.
Ooh. This one's dope.
All right, let's hear
Fill
it.
up the pitcher first, though.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm done. Why are you pointing at me?
I forgot to ask you earlier in the show. You had your show last night at the Inside Out. How many shows you doing typically? Is it just depend? You doing
Honestly, for the past year, I've probably done one a month.
one a month? Dope.
Yeah.
Do you link up with any promoters, or is it just like?
Honestly, just close friends.
Yeah.
They'll reach out and say, "Hey, man, you need to perform. Like,
Dope.
I need you."
You got a good ecosystem of people
For
that fuck
sure,
with
man.
you. That's
I'm
great.
really blessed, and I'm really thankful that I got people that are willing to do that. Because I
dope.
hear that I hear that how hard it is sometimes to even try to get on stage and perform.
Yeah, there's a lot of politics involved with that too.
For sure.
Oh, pay me this, pay me that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I never even look for any type of payment.
This is gonna be the real test, though.
This the real test. So we need to drink 32 ounces.
No. No, this is a hip hop test.
Okay.
A hip hop head at its finest. You could put the cards down.
Oh, great. Cards back. Thank you, sir.
All right. So going clockwise. Each player must recite one line to Juicy, starting with "It was all a dream."
Okay, who starts?
I used to read Word Up magazine.
Salt and pepper and heavy D up in the limousine.
Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Marley Marl.
I let my tape rock till my tape pop.
I let my
Till my tape pop. Smoking
Great
weed
song.
and
I
bamboo,
just-
sipping on private stock.
way back when I had the red and black lumberjack.
With the hat, the match.
You thought I was going down? He pointed at me. He was like, "Look, I got you.
I got
bro. You weren't even alive when that song came out, bro."
Yeah, man.
Actually,
Hey, that's part of the game.
I know.
Sometimes, you know, you just gotta know you're gonna drink water.
All right,
He's gonna
let's
get
go.
hydrated today,
Let's go.
baby.
This is the last round.
I already got to pee.
Yeah, I gotta go.
All right, last round.
Last round.
Before we get out of here.
Oh, that's me. All right, for sure. For sure, for sure. All right.
This is fire, though.
Yeah, I like it. Pop quiz. 50 Cent hater card. Finish your drink. I got a drink. It's telling me I got a drink. Fill me a cup. I'll drink a cup for that card. Let's do one more.
What does it say though?
It says 50 Cent hater card. Finish your drink.
Oh shit! All right.
So I literally got to. I'm gonna drink a cup, but you gotta fill me a cup.
Where's your cup at?
Where's your cup at, dog?
I ain't got a cup. Y'all took it. Oh, Tim took them. TJ.
I just eyeball it.
Fill him up, dog.
Not all the way up.
Nah, fill him up. Fill him up,
I'm
dog.
not drinking that whole thing, bro.
Goddamn,
I'm not.
Yes, you is, dog. Yeah. Fuck you think this is, dog?
Not. A cup.
Don't drink all of it.
Just drink. Goddamn it. All right, so we do cups next time, man. It's the first time we playing live, so it's the first time I'm even playing this game. Shout out to Dope, University of Dope, man. This is a dope ass game, man. I love it. All right.
Oh shit! Here's the last question. All right, for sure. Choose the best rap group from the following: De La Soul, Beastie Boys, Naughty by Nature, Salt and Pepper.
Choose the best rap group from the following.
Fuck, man.
That's hard, bro.
That's hard.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. God.
All right. Bang.
Damn.
Shout out to De La Soul, baby. I love De La Soul, dog.
De La is super fire, but I mean,
Oh yeah, most deaf, but I mean Naughty by
With
Nature,
Tretch?
bro. Yeah.
Tretch?
Yeah. I think
Tretch?
so, bro.
Hey, Tretch was a G, dog. All right, y'all.
Take us home.
Episode 12. Commission Cypher. I appreciate everybody who tuned in. If you missed the live episode, it's all good. We're going to run it back. Got a bunch of clips that we'll drop this week. We'll be back up here. I'll keep y'all posted on socials. I know we got a show coming up, I believe, on the 28th. My guy, DJ Jason. We're going to be here before then, but that's the next special guest. Fragile Boy, before we get our plug socials again, where can they find you?
Find me at fragileboy.mp3 on all platforms, and then Spotify, Apple Music is just Fragile Boy.
Dope. And then new singles out now. What's the name of it again?
New single, Mishadi,
Mishadi,
dropped
man.
last night.
Hey, go peep that, man. Make sure you go stream it, go follow him, all that good shit. Grizz, where can they find you, man? Socials.
That's _Grizzly. Pretty much everywhere.
You on Chat Snap?
Yeah, I think that one is 2_Grizzly. TOO.
T-Rab, where can they find your ass?
That kid, T_Rav, RAV, everywhere.
Dope. You can find me, Vinny _Venom. I know what time it is, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Commission Cypher episode 12. We out. Peace.